Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the third session of Patria Remnant. I'm your dungeon master, Bear, and all around the table, we're going to actually remember to introduce ourselves this time. We're going to go top down in Discord, starting with Carmine.
Hello, it is I, Carmine, the hobgoblin fighter.
Also introduce yourself, though. That's
No.
the main... Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That's why we're doing this.
That's why we're doing... That's the whole point of this.
Fine, man.
You can never come back if you don't introduce yourself.
Whoa, that's
Damn,
a
I get
task.
banished to the Shadow Realm. All right,
You get sent to Ohio.
Oh, no.
You're not welcome here.
God.
Dude, what do you do with your life if you get rejected?
Just kidding.
from
You can take it back.
Ohio?
You can take it back.
If you get banished from Ohio, what did you do wrong? You must be the worst.
You're the
You can
worst person
you can
in the world.
reclaim Ohio for
Okay, so
territory.
Anyways,
Jokes aside,
Carmine.
I am Apex, the legendary Nietzsche around these parts.
I don't know about legendary.
I don't know. Legendary.
Excuse me there, Colby?
Is a word for sure.
I have heard about it.
Yeah. All right. So then,
So you have heard of me.
after Carmine, we have Nameless.
Hey yo,
Kronos.
Cronus, are you alive?
That's you, buddy.
Hey yo, me, Kronos, Nameless. I wasn't here last week because issues, but I'm here now. Time for
Welcome
more
back.
action with two Kinku.
Oh god.
I have to update you on your spell list and your
Personal
corruption.
hell.
All right, and then Beltol.
That's me, baby, your resident interrupter. I'm Beltol. I play the Kenku Rogue. I'm also Colby. I was Daria, P1.
What?
But just for those people who watch.
Why'd you say that with so much
For the-
spite? I
for
was
the-
I miss
Daria.
her. I miss her. Okay.
Hey.
She's hella dead. She's armless and
Dude.
deceased.
Oh man.
She got outlived by a homeless man.
Hey, spoilers, but half the party is still alive.
How?
Oh, that saddens
Fuck.
me.
Just dropping spoilers for people.
Are we at least corrupted?
Okay. Anyways,
Okay,
Bear
I'm gonna
gives
have
me
an
one
emotional
allotted
crisis
spoiler
on
a
that.
week.
Tears.
Yeah, I'm Terrace.
Terrace.
I'm just a lad. My name is Tyler. I am the person who made Patria and am letting Bear rake it over the coals, but thankfully contained to the Feywild, so he can't do that much damage. But jokes aside, no, it's been cool. I'm excited. We're definitely going to die, but
He
That's
lets me
okay.
destroy everything.
Listen, unless Bear's cool with killing a kid, I'm
I mean-
scot free.
Oh,
Were
Bear
you
has
not
to
there in the first
Were you
10
not
sessions of
there?
Portangela?
I wouldn't put it past
You're
him.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, but what do you do
Bear,
on a live
it
stream?
is
what would
not
you
past
do
Bear
it
to
live
fucking
on
kill
air?
a kid.
That's the real
To do it
question.
live on air.
Yes,
Never-
I
you would never kill a kid,
absolutely
Bear.
would.
All right, let's get through
There,
this.
yeah.
Oh, so good.
Anyways, next is the Night Knight.
Not my name.
I think it is now.
Sawyer.
Hello. No, my name is Sawyer. I'm sad. Moving on.
What's your actual name?
Yeah, what's your actual name?
Oh, my name is Frog. I'm sorry. Hello. It's been a rough day.
All right, and finally,
Stepdad.
We say-
stepson.
We saved the best for last.
Wow.
Wow.
No, I'm Mac. I play Borgs, a stepdad, to the Kenku rogue. I'm a barbarian, and I'm excited to win this thing for the Feywild.
For the Feywild.
for the Feywild.
Fuck the Feywild.
Whoa.
What the
All right,
fuck?
you know that guy.
whoa.
Okay,
Hey,
I'm
whoa.
gonna roll a d20 to see how this session's gonna go.
All right, the D20 of fate.
Okay, but
Oh,
here's
me
the
too.
thing.
Me too.
Yeah,
it's a
hold on,
bad
let's all roll
number, but it's
D20.
my lucky number, so I think that means it's gonna hurt. But
Okay.
it's
Well, you know what?
Hmm.
You know what?
I got an
You
11.
know?
Okay.
I got a 3.
Okay,
I
you're
rolled
right.
a
I got
1.
9.
This kid is going to die.
Wow.
I rolled a 1.
Yeah, this
Wait.
So average 2 between
this
me
is
and
a 5.
Bear will go down as the first DM in Patria to kill a child on air. But he won't be
On
the
air.
first DM to kill a child because anyone who was there in a malware vortex knows what's up. It was
What have you done?
Yeah,
Tyler?
you guys
Get
thought
this.
the Portangelo child
Oh my
murderer was
God.
bad.
I killed
Yeah.
generations.
He killed this guy over here. He
there's a
killed.
pile of children.
I
Mild.
actually
Mild.
killed
Oh, they
70% of the world's population. So
Yeah, so thousands of children.
including
Million.
including 97% or 93% of the remnant.
Yeah,
Mournwick.
Rocket
that.
says, "Good luck, everyone."
Jesus Christ. Fucking GIF in Remnant.
Alright.
Which one? Which one?
Doesn't
Okay,
matter.
let's get this
Gonna
party
talk
started,
about it.
hooligans. Let's do
Let's
this.
get
Okay.
this party started.
Let's
So,
get this bread, gamers.
Hey,
Let's
yo.
get this
last
started.
time on Patria Remnant, our adventurers restored the Mother's Beacon, basking the city of Mournwick once more in its radiant glow. However, it seems fate would not be so kind as the darkness yet lingered. Delving deeper into the forks, they were ambushed by a voice in the darkness. Manipulating shadows, the voice stole the party away into the dark. While they feared this was their demise, the entity had other plans. A circle of dreamers, followers of the Ascendancy. The voice in the dark revealed the cause of Mournwick's collapse and the part played by the Ascendancy in their quest to save the Feywild and become living gods. To what ends did the shadow reveal this? The party can only imagine. Now having been released from the mysterious cavern, the party finds themselves in a place full of towering bookshelves and polished marble floors. Thousands of books and scrolls lie on shelves ahead of you. And you seem to have just come through a threshold. But looking back at this doorway, it seems it was a very well-kept secret. A door that looked indistinguishable from the wall. And when closed behind you, lies flush.
Help, Dad. I'm scared.
You guys are now in this massive room. You can see these bookshelves going on in different directions for about as far as you can see in the dark. So it's almost as if you're looking and you see books going up and up and up and then nothing but darkness. And then you look down the path and books and scrolls and nothing.
Yeah. Do I have anything to, like, make this brighter in here? Not really. I got nothing, guys. I'm tapped.
I got
we
the
able-
magical
are we able
torch.
to do stuff?
A torch.
I got a torch. I light
I also have a torch, and I light it.
You light this torch and it
It's a powerful torch. Jesus.
it lights up real quick.
Oh,
It's no,
jeez.
I light up my
Yeah,
path.
you light it with the pyro conversion.
No.
All these books are gone. They're just gone.
It's only like 10 feet in front of me.
Stop. Get some
Jesus
help.
Christ.
I was never one for reading.
Sorry if I missed you saying it. Is there a door at the other end of this library that we can see it, or would we have to kind of walk around?
You would have to go and walk around for sure.
Well, should we split up or go row by row? What exactly are we looking for again?
I think we're looking for a way
I think
out.
we're trying to get out, right?
Yeah, because we already you have the artifact that we need.
Oh right, I have.
And we're just trying to get out.
What is it called? What do I have again?
The rings of
The
power.
planar conduit.
The planar conduit. Definitely have that in my inventory. Let's add that. Planar conduit. And what does the conduit look like? I remember you described it.
It was
They're
like
two
bunch of rings or
interlocked brass
Right,
rings that
right.
kind
There
of
we
make
go.
a circle, like a ball, kind
You
of.
know,
Okay.
the rings of power.
The rings of power.
Mhm.
Okay.
Stop saying that, Colby. You're gonna get us in trouble.
We're already in trouble. I'm here. I don't know.
I'm
I
gonna
am here.
take a few steps forward and kind of, with like not saying anything, just kind of nod my head, gesturing for someone to follow me. And are there rows of books, or this like one big room with bookshelves along the walls?
There are rows of books.
All right, I will start heading. If looking from the door is straight ahead, I will go left.
Okay.
I'm gonna light a candle on Borks's torch, and I'm going to like kind of hold it beneath my cloak a little bit to like not fully give myself away, and I'm going to crouch down and sneak and go to the right.
Question, Mayor.
All right.
Is there a wall behind us? I can't remember if you described a wall or anything.
Yes, there is a wall behind you. The door you came out of was flush with a long wall. Specifically, a spot alongst this wall that is not where there is a recess of bookshelves. There's this large empty space where it's this kind of decorative tile wall.
Okay. And kind of coming off of everything we kind of just learned,
Yep.
Carmine, in full rage, not caring if anything hears us, is going to just repeatedly fucking just punch the wall.
Okay, you just start punching this tile wall.
Yeah, in just pure
Just-
fucking rage.
Boom, 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 as your metal gauntlets punch, and you see they kind of begin to scratch the tiles along the wall.
Fucking ascendancy.
So, for those of you who are sneaking, if you haven't already rolled a stealth check,
I thought we did, because I know I cast Pass Without a Trace. I just don't remember how long ago that was. I don't think it's been an hour in game though, so we should still have it.
That was before we blacked out. So it's up to the DM whether or not we were
yeah.
out.
So then,
I don't
yes,
think it was based on the timestamp in
You-
chat. Was
you-
from 9 p.m., so that would be 3 hours into the session.
Oh yeah, then that would have been right at the end of the
I
session.
think so. Yeah.
Well, because it took us a
'Cause-
while to fight that dude, and then we
kind
started
of prepped
sneaking.
to go through the room though. Like there was a whole.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'm sure we could roll again.
I don't remember. Well, it's not. I think we have to roll now, anyways. But I think it's.
Well,
if we
rolling's
have
fine. I
Pass
just
Without
want to know
Trace.
if Pass Without a Trace on, because I cannot afford many more spell slots. That's all. I will let the DM decide. I don't think it's been an hour in game.
I'll say based on the timestamp and when we ended last session, it's super likely that you cast it right as you guys saw what was on the other side of this door.
Okay, that
okay.
sounds.
I'm pretty
familiar.
sure that's I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
Okay. So
Okay,
we'll
okay.
roll stealth plus 10 to your roll.
So
I
30
rolled
for
a-
me.
11 both times, so
yeah.
22.
What's the range on Pass Without Trace?
It is
30 feet, I believe.
30 feet radius.
Okay,
So, like, if you're within that
you would
30 feet,
have
you
it.
have the plus 10.
You would have it for the first roll, Beltol, but you will be leaving the
Okay.
radius since you are
Gotcha.
heading in the opposite direction.
Got it.
I got a 24.
I got a 32.
Hey, you rolled higher than me. Holy shit.
I rolled
I
very
rolled
well.
a 10
Yeah, it would be,
plus 20.
I wrote an 11 plus 14.
Mhm.
So wait, I should have 15. Never mind, 25, not 24.
Okay.
But I would be sticking near Beltol, but like
and with no idea. So
Okay.
Beltol, you're taking off to the right with Borks, I believe, tailing. Borks, you kind of see Beltol scamper off down the right passageway of bookshelves. You kind of sigh heading after them, and as soon as you get down to where you saw them scampering off, they're already gone. You don't know where they are. However, Terrace, you are heading down the left corridor.
Correct.
Beltol 2 will be following Terrace.
Okay. Being followed by Beltol 2, Terrace, you start heading down this left passageway. Can both everyone who's going down the passageways roll me a perception?
Terrence, are you still holding Sawyer's hand? Just
I
asking, because
hope
if I
so.
recall. Okay. Okay, so then no matter what, so no matter what, Sawyer would have been just like, oh, okay, we're going this way.
We're going this way, yeah.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Everybody's going karma.
Do I need to roll again?
Hold on, wait a second.
That's not bad.
Who rolled a persuasion?
That was me, but I still rolled a natural 20. I rolled an accident.
So add your.
He's trying to persuade his
What's your
eyes.
perception
He's
modifier?
trying to persuade his
+5.
eyes.
Oh, 25. I got a 14 for my perception.
If
Okay.
I'm able to catch up into the radius, that's 19
You're 11.
plus 10.
What does it add to perception?
Nothing.
Nothing. This
Nothing.
is your regular perception.
Okay.
I got a 16. I'm okay with that.
Oh.
It's not bad.
Got the 18.
So,
We can't see worse shit.
Terrace and Beltol, you both hear footsteps, like soft footsteps. Just they sound heavy, but as if wearing like a soft shoe. And it seems to be getting louder.
I hate it here.
I'm going to duck out from where I am and run up to Borks and kind of just push him and just be like, hide, and like push him to like hide somewhere amongst the books.
Borgs will nod and be like, "Is there any like visible place to hide? Can we realistically
Climb in the bookshelf?
Is there any like gaps in the bookshelf since we're so
small
tiny?
little gerblins.
yeah. Is there any like realistic like gaps in the bookshelves that we could just climb into, or at least enough for like Beltol to hide in?
I'll say, go ahead and both of you make me dex checks.
Let's go.
Dex
Don't roll a
check.
natural
do
one,
I-
otherwise all the shells will fall.
I know this is saves. Dang it. Oh,
23 for
You get a
me.
nat one?
yeah.
Oh no!
no!
Oh,
Well,
shit.
goodbye, Borks.
Well,
You're gonna get snatched up by Cthulhu again.
Okay, so
That
with the
dice
nat
is going in
one,
the trash can.
you cram Beltol into the bookshelves as they kind of scramble and keep the books from falling around them. But as you begin to kind of pull yourself up, you pull one of your arms up and you've got your whole forearm up there, but you also swipe a whole bunch of books right off the shelf. And they all just all on the ground. You kind of hear that and you hear the footsteps stop.
Borks grabs a book, grabs a couple book, like 2 books, and he throws it literally in the not the direction that they went, but like deeper into the like library somewhere, and just like takes off running.
The opposite way.
God.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
So we went to the left, right?
They went to
Yep.
the left. We went to the right.
Okay, so they went to the right. So I would throw it like they went left. I would throw it we would have went down an aisle. I
Further-
would throw further
right.
down the opposite. Yeah, further right. Just
Okay.
chuck it.
And then you're
As
gonna
hard
run
as I can.
back towards them. Towards the
I'm gonna
left.
run like just down the aisle. North, like the direction wise, we went east. They went west. I'm just gonna run north, and if there's stuff down the aisle.
All right.
The bravest
So you
person.
begin
kind of
running.
quietly,
You begin like crouch, kind of like speed walking down the aisle the other way,
yeah.
opposite of where you threw this book, and
Just trying to get the noise away from Beltol, mostly.
yeah. So Beltol hiding in the bookshelves very effectively as Borks runs away from where you are.
I'm not gonna go too far, but like
Yeah.
I want to like get out of
You
this
hear-
at least initial spot.
Yeah, so you're out of sight. Looking down the aisle, they won't see you. You hear the footsteps get louder.
Beltol slowly drawing lefty and righty, his 2 daggers, and just hiding them in his coat, just ready to like stab.
And you hear the footsteps as if they are merely feet away. And then you kind of hear the sound of as a book is pulled up off the ground, the pages kind
Oh,
of
he's just reading.
hear it like be picked up off the ground and closed. The footsteps kind of pattering.
Hello?
Hi,
Hello?
Nick. Hi, Nick.
You're the
You
alarm.
hear,
Oh no!
you hear this voice speak out into
Did we
The
wake up
dark.
the librarian?
Don't tell me it's an
I'm
illusion again.
I take out of my position of hiding, and with lefty and righty, I'm gonna get an advantage point. I'm just gonna fucking chuck a dagger. And whoever's talking just
Oh my god.
this dagger goes flying out of the bookshelves and sinks into the bookshelves on the opposite side of you.
and then
Can I
Bell
pick it up and
toll.
inspect it?
as you take out of the bookshelf, you hear a shing. As Beltol draws his sword is running like this little crow feet pittering
No,
as it comes out of the
both-
darkness. And
I'm gonna
charging
run
you.
out, like hearing all this. I'm gonna start running, charging.
You look around the corner, Borks, and you see Beltol come springing out of the bookshelves and standing, like, inspecting this dagger back turned to Beltol, is this large, like, hulking figure. Seems to be another bugbear, but he's kind of got this braided beard. And he's reaching out towards this book with one long, hairy, clawed hand. But he's about to get stabbed in the back by Beltol.
Not
Do we
knowing
all
if this,
hear
Mom's sword out, just
not knowing
my
if this
God.
is like a threat or not. Borks is gonna like. You know what? He wouldn't think. He would just. He's charging in.
You guys on the in the opposite
I'm not
aisle
gonna have my. I'm not
hear-
gonna have my maul out. But I'm gonna come in and like
yeah.
just try to like restrain him. Like even though he's bigger than me.
Yep. All right. You lunge towards it. You guys in the other aisle hear commotion, and
you see these two little things running at you.
And librarian, as you turn around and you look, you see this little birdman with a sword running towards you, and this goblin with this massive hammer on his back, like full sprinting, arms out towards you.
That would be terrifying.
My character is just going to immediately just like start running.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
As he's going, as he's gonna go, I'm sorry, and just like tip over a bookshelf to try and like.
Oh my god!
Beltol lets out this mimic of like a hawk screech.
Oh no!
Wait, he said. He's
what are
Beltol,
we
he said,
hearing
he
from
said,
our side?
I'm sorry.
Can I?
Stop.
Oh god!
Wait, get out of this aisle before the book.
Yeah, I'll dodge
it's
out
like
the
a really
aisle.
heavy bookshelf that he's just like pulling at for like he's not even running at this point. He's just kind of stopped to try and get this bookshelf down.
Alright, I'm gonna try to grab Beltol, hearing that he said sorry.
What are the
Like, I'm
people on the
sorry.
left here right now?
How tall are these bookshelves, by the way?
There's a fucking hawk screech on the other side of the library.
And you hear like probably someone yell, "I'm sorry."
Stop!
And you hear like, "Stop!"
Beltol's just struggling against forks, just like.
Said you're sorry. Like as I'm walking up to him. Hey, you don't need to push it. Hey, you don't need to push it down.
Just
And he kind of like, he kind of like pauses, and addresses his shoulders and kind of like brushes himself off. You here for the tour?
I mean,
Beltol just looks at Bork.
What the
just
fuck?
tour. What are you talking about?
Of my archives.
I mean,
Oh, sorry, allow me. And he kind of pulls into his bag and like, and pulls out a little hat and kind of like straightens it on. Huh?
You go ahead, sorry.
No, he was just making noises, just like confused noises,
In Borks's voice, Beltol is just like, "We need to get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. I mean,
So,
nice library.
what is the rest of the party doing?
Well, that's what I was asking. What are we hearing right now?
You
You
guys
guys are hearing like the shouting, and then you just kind of hear the murmuring of conversation, like Borks and Beltol are just carrying some sort of conversation.
We were
Yeah,
also
one
trying to
is
see
going
what was
over
on these
there.
books. Did we
Once-
see anything over here while we're here?
Yeah, is Carmine with you?
I said back that I was catching up with everybody because I guess we were just leaving.
We split
Okay,
up.
but the group split up. So who did
Yeah,
you
I'm
want to
going-
catch up with?
Because fucking Beltol had that, what is it, 30 some shit where fucking nobody could see
Yeah, he
him.
disappeared.
Yeah, I just went with the other group.
So you're
Okay,
left
so-
with us, yeah.
Lefties.
Yeah.
Carmine is the only one that's actually able to read these books,
Oh.
being that he speaks Remnant.
Oh shit.
So I
Well,
can,
put
I
that
can,
in my
I can read them too.
languages.
Let's go.
Yeah, me and
But
Borks
many
are-
of them are like encyclopedias, history books.
Gross.
Uh,
The worst.
you find the
kind of
fantasy
literature.
novel section.
Ooh.
Or romance.
Yeah, is there romance?
You haven't
Yeah.
found it yet.
True.
Yeah.
True, honestly.
But it's probably there. It's a big place.
Okay. Yeah, I think when we start hearing the hawk screech of Beltol and
Yeah.
the commotion, we probably head back. But I am not like running over there. I'm just heading over.
Yeah, looking at this bookshelf, does it seem like it would be more cost efficient for me to run back or just jump over it?
I mean, you would still have to run a little bit of distance to get to where they are.
Okay. That's
But,
fine.
I mean, you could jump.
That's wild.
Your high jump is what?
So, say I were to if I were to get a little bit of a running start, it says that I can jump. Each says either way, this is what it says exactly. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump, you can make a standing long jump. Right. So
a long jump
I have
length though.
That's
or high jump, sorry.
Yeah.
But I also have Mirthful Leap.
Mirthful Leap.
Yeah.
Mirthful Leap.
It's a great ability.
And it is
it would probably be easier for you to run.
Okay,
but...
yeah. I'll start running.
That being said, the marble floors have been a little difficult for your hooves.
Hey.
I'll let
just hear the clop sound of
I'll let Sawyer pull ahead. I'm not running. I'm just walking towards the group.
All right. It's like a leisure jog, but I cover a lot of ground.
Yeah. My logic is the faster I get over there, the sooner I'm going to die, so...
Fair enough.
You come around the corner, Sawyer, and you see Beltol and Bork standing next to this large, robed figure. He's kind of wearing these dark green robes that have this gold trim. It's all, like, swirly designs on the end and everything. Little pair of glasses on the end of his nose.
And a little hat.
And a little hat.
Does it look like a human person?
It looks like a bugbear.
Oh, okay.
Hairy and toothy. He's got this very nicely braided facial hair.
Two absolutely fantastic words you want to describe yourself.
Yeah.
Hairy and toothy.
Exactly.
Hairy and toothy.
Sawyer will make her way a little bit closer, a hand on the hilt of her blade, just kind of sizing up this bugbear for a second before just...
You guys see Sawyer coming up behind the bugbear.
And like I was saying, I'm so completely unaware of my surroundings at the moment. Anyone can sneak up on me.
Sawyer clears her throat.
Beltol also clears his throat. It's just
killing me.
You two all right? Just heard a bunch of shouting.
This guy's weird.
No kidding. Just...
What's your name, stranger?
Burgess?
Fergus?
Burgess.
Burgess, like burger?
Burgess? Some call me Burgess the Forgotten, but I prefer Burgess.
Burgess.
Alright, well, I won't forget you, Burgess.
What are you doing
we almost
down
killed you.
here?
I've already forgotten you, Burgess.
How long have you been down here?
Ah, so there's a car going by.
Oh god, is he charging up something?
What is a car?
He's charging up his laser.
Oh. I don't know how long I've been down. What season is it?
Spring? Or it's
Well,
not
then I've been down here for at least one season, because I got here in the winter.
Oh no.
I mean...
Wait, hold on. Do I know when the last winter was? If we're talking about Fey Winters?
Fey Winters, which happen far and few?
Yeah.
I'd say because of your connections, yeah, you would know when the last winter was. The last winter was like 10 years ago?
Okay.
Hey, buddy,
I think this guy's been down here longer than 10 years, if I'm being honest.
Buddy, what? It's been a long time. You've been obviously down here a long time, because Honestly, I don't even know if this little. Like, how old are you again, Beltol?
Your son?
He's not my biological son.
Yeah, but you've been raising him.
Literally been dating for.
I thought you were the dad who stepped up.
Yeah.
He's 4 years old.
I may not even know my own age, so just terrible.
Honestly,
Dyslexic.
probably true.
Quick question here, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me your AC?
Oh no.
Because of a fighter ability that I have, called Know Your Enemy.
25.
Whoa!
What?
I'm sorry.
That's serious?
I think
Is
that's
that an actual thing?
I don't think that's right. I think you made that
I didn't
number
mean
up.
I mean, hey, we got exact, but okay then.
I think you made that up, sir.
I think you made that up.
I think you're a
Yes.
liar.
I think yeah,
I don't,
lying liar.
you know,
Oh
I don't think he has a character sheet.
Yeah,
I don't
I think
Yeah.
you made that
I
number up.
think it's lore. It's canon.
Shit.
I think it's canon. I think it's canon. Burgess has 25 AC.
All right. I
Twig.
will,
Fuck around and find out.
I will
I fucking wanted
polymorph
to at
Burgess
least use
into
this
a rat.
ability once. Goddamn.
Wisdom save plus 20.
Let's do it. With reliable talent.
With reliable talent.
With the halfling left.
There's quite a few. Is there any more of you here?
I
Tumor's
walk,
gonna start
I walk
soon.
around the corner. Yes.
Ah!
There's a couple.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us.
Oh, good.
As
Busy
Beltol
day.
comes skipping around the corner.
Oh
So
god.
An eighth one.
Oh no.
8.
That's just bad math.
No.
I could have sworn it was
There's
only
only
6.
of us.
I could have sworn it was 6.
Wait,
I
is
could
he
be wrong,
seeing
though.
things that we're not seeing? Insight check.
Insight check. Is this
Alright.
dude? Is this dude fucking nuts? Can I insight check that?
Yeah, is this guy?
Sure.
Is this guy absolutely bonkers?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight.
Out of
Yeah,
his
I would
mind.
also like to insight check this person.
That is a
Now that I've
23.
Sized
Already
them up.
insight.
God
I
fucking
got a
damn.
12. I got a 12
What's
on
my-
the
what's
inside.
my insight? Plus
I'll
3.
join in on the insight here.
Let's just have a party
Oh,
insight.
19.
How about dirty 20 for you?
Nothing outstanding, but I'm
How
not
about
upset.
a gentleman's 20?
Gentleman's 20.
A
Is that a crit or a dirty 20?
Dirty.
It's a gentleman's 20 is a non-nat 20.
Mm.
That's what I call it.
Oh.
Oh.
I believe Terrace, you rolled the highest.
Yeah, I got 23.
23. So yeah, with a 23, this guy's fucking absolutely insane.
I will.
Oh.
I will telepathically tell Sawyer that this guy
He-
is a wild card.
He has been down here for who knows how long, but you can tell
Definitely
it's
more than
longer
10 years.
It's probably longer than you've even been alive.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, telepathically, I tell Sawyer that this guy is not.
Everyone else,
okay.
you kind of are like, this guy's a little weird, but it seems harmless.
Sawyer,
Yes.
hearing this, is going to turn around and keep walking.
I follow.
Oh,
I follow.
Don't go
Beltol?
that way.
Sawyer keeps going.
Can you tell her not to go that way?
As I
Hey,
also follow
What's that
them.
way?
He said not go that way.
Not the tour.
Beltol just to fuck with him just uses his telekinesis to pull like a shelf of books off.
Oh no.
So they all tumble so that he's occupied with that and also follows Sawyer.
Hold on,
Oh,
really quickly.
okay. Those were blank anyways.
Excuse me. Just a shelf of blank books.
Someone's
Yeah,
got
read,
Someone's
read,
got to
read the
try
sec-
to talk
read,
to him.
read the aisle
I'm
section.
talking.
notes.
I'm gonna talk to him. These guys are mean.
All right.
It goes fiction, nonfiction,
I wanna get
empty,
out.
and then back to fiction.
Empty and then back to fiction.
Okay.
What? Hey, do you have any
You have any
Like-
manga?
geography books? Would that be under nonfiction?
Those of you
Come on,
who are
bad job.
walking away. Do you know where you're going?
I'm going back to where we were when
don't
we
know
heard
where
all
they're
of
going.
that.
That's
I'm going back to where we were, but I'm also kind of looking up towards the top of the bookshelves. Is it like an open ceiling?
There's a closed ceiling, but it's such a high ceiling that you can't really see the ceiling before it's obscured by darkness.
So theoretically, if you
taller
were to
than
go up
120
on top of the bookshelf,
You would disappear.
Okay, but would we be able to find a way out? Like theoretically, we'd be able to look down, and see.
Yeah, you'd be
where
able to look down.
But you don't know how high it goes.
Yeah, so we don't know if there's a cutoff on the top
Like-
of the bookshelf.
Be like 300 feet tall bookshelf.
Yeah, is it outside of my 120 feet dark vision? The roof?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh my God!
Okay.
Wow.
Wowzers!
I had to think on that for
that's
a
a
minute.
tall. That's a tall room, guys.
Do the pathways look big enough for Monty?
Yeah, they're pretty big. These are like passageways, like
And-
walking paths for
Monty
large
was
quantities of people.
desummoned pre-vision, after shadow darkness thing.
Yep.
Do I
He
want to
got
waste another spell slot? That's the thing. I don't think I do.
You could. It could be a
'cause-
smite slot.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to.
Let's let Borks talk to this
Hey.
weird lad.
A burger.
Yeah, we can keep
Burgers.
Burgers.
I don't think that's how that name is pronounced.
I know.
Isn't it Burgess?
Yeah, it's burgers, but I'm pronouncing it
Not
burgers.
Burgess. It's like a New Jersey Burgess.
Burgers.
It's so funny.
I'm saying burgers, like burger, actual burger.
Hey, can you tell your friends to come back?
I mean, I yelled at them. They don't
I
really
got-
listen.
You're here for the tour of the collectory, right?
I don't think so, but they kind of want to get out. I mean, I'll take the tool right now. I mean, they're probably gonna be stuck in here forever until you probably help them.
Okay, well, give them a heads up, because once I start, I can't go back.
Oh,
Oh
It's like-
my
Oh.
god.
Carmine.
That is the
He's-
scariest
Carmine,
thing he's ever said.
Alrighty.
Hey, Carmine, are you with me?
I was kind of like going ahead a little bit, but I
Hey,
guess we'll stick
Carmine.
back at that.
Yeah.
Carmine, he said if he starts a tour, he can't go back, so you might want to stick around.
Do you guys yell
Am I-
that?
Yeah, do you
I
yell
yell
that?
it to Carmine. How far
Can
away
we
hey,
hear
where are
that?
you guys?
I
You also
kinda
haven't
shouted
like
up-
asked this guy anything.
Yeah, we're just taking him
Um,
on his word. After I told Sawyer he's a
So what is
complete
this
nut.
toy?
Crazy. Yeah, so that's why Sawyer turned away words.
What is this? What does this tour contain?
I will mention though, Terrace, while he is crazy, he's not inept.
Most people aren't.
Hey, well, what does the tour contain? Like,
Well, we're gonna head through the collectory.
yeah.
I'll probably take you to the labyrinth.
Oh,
Mhm.
that doesn't sound like a good
I
idea.
could tell you some of the history. I'm the archivist here.
Yeah, you told me that. You said, I'm the archivist. You want a tour of my archive?
Okay, well, just to be clear,
Just
some people
clearing it
I've
off.
been mistaken for a janitor once, and
I'm honest. I don't know. I don't see how
no
people could
tours
see it.
happened that day. So I just try to keep my quota up.
I'm gonna
How many tours
sigh
you
and
do-
come
how many
back as I
How many
hear this
tours are you putting up a
conversation.
week, dude?
Been some time since the last people came, but I'm happy to have guests.
You seem nice enough.
Well, the others coming. We'll go through
well-
there.
I mean, reluctantly, they might be coming. but,
We have a
you know,
museum.
if you need any backup, I'll hit him in the head or something like that. Not the little one, but the rest of them.
Not the little one. Thanks for clarifying that you're
Beltol-
not for child
Beltol, after, because Carmine, you said you shouted that back up to the rest of the group.
Yep.
Yeah, Beltol begrudgingly tips off into the shadows and sneaks his way back and is standing next to Borks as they're like talking. Just like looking up at Fergus. He's like, "This man's
Terrace
fucking
would have
crazy."
reluctantly just stopped where he was and waited for the tour to start. Because I don't think I got very far by the time they started
Beltol, you're so
talking.
impressionable. This guy's
If-
really interesting.
If there was any way for us to get this information, or we were close enough to hear that,
Well,
Sawyer would have.
I'm sure we did. We literally just left. when we
Yeah,
started talking,
Sawyer would have
so,
turned.
Yeah,
Who
been like
has the planar conduit?
I do.
Terrace.
Terrace.
And are you just like holding it?
No.
If anyone,
I
I'm
put
gonna
it
say
in my
I'm gonna say
bag.
burgers over
Okay.
everyone but Beltol if it comes down to it.
So yes, I come back.
All right.
Didn't we already meet an archivist?
The person
No,
who
we
sent
met-
us here.
What is his official title?
He was the archivist.
He was the archivist.
No, what was
is
his
that
name,
his
though?
dad?
There's two of them.
Wormstump was his
There's
name,
more-
if I
you
remember.
guys know there's more than one archivist. This is a different city.
How big
Even
is
I know
this
that.
city that it has more than one archivist? That's all I'm saying.
There are
Didn't-
many archivists.
Wild.
At least according to history.
Yeah.
According to history.
I'm gonna look up to Burgess and go. Do you know Wormstump?
Burgess, you do know Wormstone.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, you know him too.
He
Yeah,
was the
he's
grand.
innocent.
He was the grand archivist.
He sent us here.
He's still alive.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know for how much longer. He looked.
Can
he looked
I?
like shit.
You probably forgot about old Burgess, but glad to hear he's doing well.
He didn't mention you whatsoever.
That's
To be fair.
that's old Wormy. You know.
Then again, everybody in this city is technically dead.
Bear,
I mean,
Remember
he's
that.
Not, he's not dead.
Yes.
do I believe that Burgess is genuinely surprised that the Grand Archivist is still alive?
Roll me an insight check.
Ooh.
I'm never insight checking this guy.
Dirty 20.
Are we doing another group
What was
insight?
the roll?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Here's
Not-
all
not a
rollers.
good
seems-
one, no.
Meanwhile, me.
He
just blind
seems
faith, trust him.
genuinely surprised to hear any news about anybody.
Okay.
Do you know how old he is?
Bugbears don't show their age very well.
No, I'm not. I mean, he means how old Wormstump is.
And also Wormstump is like older than Mournwick, as far as we
Yeah.
know, and
Wormstump's
Wormstump's
at
been
least
gone
50.
forever. So if this guy knows Wormstump, he's also old as dirt.
If
so.
I remember correctly, I think it's like Carmine's like great grandpa was technically like the last sentinel before Mournwick kind
Your
of.
great grandfather served as the sentinel.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like 3 generations it's been gone.
Would I be able to do like
Yeah.
some, or I guess I could just ask Burgers if he lived in Mournwick when it was still populated. I will ask him.
As you asked if he lived in Mournwick, it was still popular.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yes, he did.
Okay, so he's
Yeah.
at least that old. Okay.
You lived and served in the city of Mournwick as an archivist.
Yes, that's where I had my old gig.
Okay, so that was how many years ago? Tyler doesn't remember, but Terrace would know.
Terrace would know. We're talking about 200 years. 100 years.
Oh, yeah,
100,
Tyler
200 years.
definitely should have remembered when Mother's Mercy happened.
Yeah. So
If I knew when we were, then I would know.
Mother's Mercy.
Oh, that's hilarious. The 250 years ago on top. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Start your tour, weirdo.
Hey, don't call him that. He's
That
sensitive.
was in my head telepathically to Sawyer.
One
What
tear
do-
still goes down his cheek.
What do you eat?
You guys are all irritable.
You didn't hear that. That
Okay.
was not
Yeah,
out
that was
loud.
I
still
hear
a cat.
everything.
Yeah.
None
No.
of
You said that
I
post
hear
after you
everything.
said it, so
Get out of our heads, Dad.
Beltol genuinely looks up to Burgers and just goes, "What do you eat?"
Food?
Yeah, what have you
What
been
kind?
eating?
What kind? You got a Macca's down here?
hey, I can make a mean pastry.
Well, there's
just
fresh
makes you
water
mean.
down here, so fish come in sometimes.
Ooh, what kind of
No, I'm
fish?
kidding.
Green
Bel-
ones.
Green ones? Ooh.
Other times, Burgess, you find yourself just not hungry.
But also, yeah.
You just, you know.
I ate a
Well-
fish maybe however long ago, and I haven't really had to eat since.
Completely breaking the staccato of this conversation, Terrace will say quietly, "I think we're all ready for the tour to begin."
Yeah, but let's get this tour going. I can ask you more questions on the tour. That's what it's for.
Right. Well,
That's what it's for. Borks is so polite.
so what brings you to my archive, anyways?
We're trying to escape currently.
Danger.
Did you also meet
Oh.
the weird tentacle monster?
Bear?
Would I have remembered a weird tentacle
You don't-
monster?
You don't know of a tentacle monster.
Oh, goody. They're
The
not-
only person you only know of the one other person that you ever talked to.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know anything about. You mean like an octopus?
Yeah, like an octopus, Terrace says as sarcastically as possible.
Oh well, I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
But you have seen one. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Well, so you're trying to get out of here. How'd you
Correct.
get in?
Through the front door.
Front door don't work.
It's missing, and I point behind us towards where we came through the door that is seemingly just an empty room now.
It's always looked like that.
Yes, and as you can see, there is no door out anymore.
You can also see, Burgess, that the tile wall has been punched and smashed.
Yeah, it's like a bloody fist print.
Yes. I'll clean that. Yeah, this tour ends where I got my fish, so we could just maybe you guys get out that way.
Yes,
But
Maybe
let's
we
enjoy
can.
the tour.
I agree. And I'll step out of the way to let Burgers continue.
Look into your left and to your right, you'll see a plethora of knowledge containing books that tell the history of our world.
Fair.
What?
Lore,
I don't know if I either ask you or Nick this since the last time I asked this. I don't know if I got an actual answer. But using my fighter feature, could I gain either equal, superior, or inferior to the total hit points of Burgess here?
If you are equal to, less than, or more.
Is your equal, superior, or inferior? Yeah. so if he's-
Comparing the two. So
yeah.
you're asking whether he is.
Whether he is equal, superior, or inferior to me.
And
for
how many
HP
hit points?
wise.
What's your max hit points?
95.
95.
And says I can ask 2 of the following characteristics. So could I also get armor class just to be fucking confirmed?
Sure, yeah. Superior hit points.
Oh no.
However,
25 AC.
well, no, their AC is 12, so.
Well, we don't know that. We just know if it's inferior or not. So
Yeah.
we know it's less than 21. Okay.
Very much
So-
less than 21. He's just
Superior-
wearing robes, is the thing. He's not wearing armor, or he's just a guy in clothes.
So his current hit points are superior to mine.
Yep.
That's a bit worrisome. Okay.
It could just be one more than yours.
No.
He could
well,
have 7,000 temporary hit points, and that's the only reason why he's still alive down here.
He just has like a constantly ticking temp HP that's just going down.
In the darkness, all are one.
All right. While he's telling us about the infinite knowledge, I'm going to take the largest book from the blank section that he pointed out and pocket it. I need a new journal.
Okay.
Anyways.
The biggest book is bigger than you.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right.
Mallow's tomes down here.
There are some books that might even rival the length of the Mallow's tomes.
Hey yo. Staying the hell away from those.
One is actually called Fish, an autobiography.
Oh my god, that plug.
Yeah, baby.
Who's it by? Oh, autobiography by Fish.
Yeah, it's
Is
by
it
a
Fish with a wait? We've never asked. Is it Fish with a PH?
No, it's actually with an F, and it's an anthology collection of a bunch of autobiographies of a bunch of different fish.
It is still spelled like that though. The CHE makes a soft S.
Yeah, that's how we
Fish.
spell fish. So.
Yeah, exactly. That's fish.
That's just how fish is canonically spelled
Unless
in
we're in
Patria.
France, it's
F-I-C-H-E.
Fiche.
So,
Canonically spelled fish. Fuck you. Oh.
So,
Ooh, I'm gonna keep that.
Someone note that down. That's gotta be an Easter egg in P2. Mr. Fish.
gonna be a running joke.
Oh.
Is that how you spell fish?
It's just gonna be all SH sounds are
hey.
spelled CHE.
So,
No, so much.
Burgess, you begin leading the party into the main bulk of the library, nicknamed the Labyrinth, because unless you're one of the archivists, odds are it's going to take you at minimum an hour to get through the library.
It gets more tourists in. We're like, ooh, labyrinth. They...
Terrace just sighs. Still have no idea why I'm down here because of the vague answer I got from the lady.
And then what you saw what the lady was responsible for.
Yeah,
What do you think? I feel I got roped into this by that guy over there, and he puts
I'm
the Carmine.
still I'm an intelligent burb, so I'm like, listen, it's not great that Mournwick died, but if I can prove that doing so saved the rest of Feywild, then I can put it to bed. Then I can be okay with it.
Okay.
But I don't know how the hell I gotta prove that. So right now I'm just annoyed.
Hey, I mean, you are standing with a living relic.
You telling me?
Who is an archivist.
Burgess.
Mm-hmm.
What was your area of expertise as an archivist?
Well, I kept a lot of books on the Remnant.
Of course you did. I have a very, very big question to ask you.
I like big questions.
But if you don't know the answer, I need you to just say so and not tell me you'll get back to me because I might kill you if you do that.
Well, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. I'm like genuinely like sighing. Like just Terrace. Terrace is not happy. We learned that, and I explained what we saw in the vision, blah, 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 the ascendancy. Is there any proof that the gates between our world and Patria shutting and the magic being removed via the events of the Mother's Mercy, would that have caused more damage than what happened here in Mournwick? Does anyone know?
Let me flip through my little book. He pulls out a little book.
Top page, it's in dark red ink. Do not let the ascendancy go. Just
Oh, yeah, no, I hear, I have it here. It's bolded. I have it written, it would cause irreparable damage? Is that...
Irreparable damage
that
is
doesn't
not a
sound good.
scale, though. Would it be worse than what has happened? And I gesture around me to the empty, dead city of Mournwick.
Can you repeat the question for me one more time, Darius?
I just want to know if there was any peer-reviewed study on what would happen if the Ascendancy didn't, quote, save the Feywild. What would have been worse? Like, is there any evidence that they did the right thing from the Archivist perspective? Which could just be
Burgess,
opinion, it might not be fact.
You've been told before what happened to Mournwick, how it happened, the individual you've spoken with in the past, teaching you these things. Thinking back to those conversations you shared in the dark, there was not any specific time that you can recall where the voice entertained the thoughts of what would happen if they didn't. Because everything happened so quickly, you being the only one left, you would have been the only one to be able to do the peer review study of a alternative, and with your limited understanding, you're not sure.
Okay, well, my book doesn't say a lot on that specifically.
But it feels like an oversight.
Yeah. Sorry I couldn't help that one. That's the first tour question I've had that I haven't been able to answer.
Do I win something for that?
Quick question.
Do I get a little badge for stumping the archivist?
You can get a pat on the back for
Hell
the
yeah, bro.
archivist.
Do I get a squid? I want a squid.
Octopus.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Octopus. Very
Mr.
different.
Bluegrass person?
Burgers?
Ooh, burgers?
Burgers.
Is this your first tour?
Perhaps.
Oh no.
I mean, hey, you're better at giving tours than the rest of us. Like,
Yeah,
look at
but
this guy.
he insinuated that he does this often.
I have the hat, which makes me think I've been doing it more, but...
Are you, hey, do you remember more yesterday than you did today?
There's no sun down here, you know?
Well, I mean,
Do you even remember what you did yesterday?
well, you said there's no sun down here, so he doesn't know if yesterday is today or yesterday. Makes you think. Not really, but...
You've just been doing the same thing, Burgess. Organizing, wandering.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
cleaning.
I knocked all those books over.
It's okay, you gave me
And I
something
just-
to do.
And I just chucked one. I don't know
Yeah,
where
you
it
can
landed.
reorganize them all over.
I
Yeah,
literally
no,
chucked it somewhere.
I was almost,
Hopefully that doesn't...
I was almost about to run out of stuff to organize, so that's actually really good.
I'm gonna.
I would have gone
that.
crazy if I had nothing to do.
All these
Yeah,
bookshelves are made out of wood, correct?
Stone and wood.
That one's made of flesh.
Oh. I'm gonna roll.
You look and it's just made out of wood.
I'm gonna
Just kidding.
roll to see if I throw
Free
my
flesh.
torch at the books. Cause, no, I'm not. Terrace just waits for the tour to continue.
Chaos.
Okay. And
Terrace is
On
defeated.
through the labyrinth we go.
We're going to Labyrinth.
We've been here for a while, actually.
Hey, whose Labyrinth is it?
Burgers, as you're giving the tour, Beltol comes up to you and just wipes some crumbs off on your robes.
Ow.
And just
Oh.
continues walking.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucked up.
Is that food for me?
Oh, here you can have this. I pull out a pastry from my bag. If you eat it, you get 3 temporary HP.
All right. So Burgess, as you're leading them through this, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check. Just a straight D20.
Plus 20.
Plus
Righto.
37.
Let me just get my dice tray out. I didn't think I was rolling dice today. I'll just message it to you.
Yeah. Oh, okay, not bad. So you're kind of looking, and you stop at this this crossroads of library bookshelves, looking left, right, then turning around and looking behind you for a moment. And just as you begin to feel confused, you turn back around and see the forwardmost path, looking at one of the books. The non-fiction section, specifically the history section. You're heading the right way.
Good, I still remember where we're going.
Hey, that's good.
Can I read that sign? I can't, right?
No.
I can. Ha.
I pointed out because I see it.
It says, this says history, right?
Mm-hmm.
It just says history. We're in the history section.
I nod silently.
Also, anyone want pastries? I forgot I had these.
Yeah, I would love one. Thank you.
All right, yeah. You can add.
You are missing a pastry.
I know I'm missing a pastry. I assumed Beltol took it a while ago. Right when I open my bag of pastries, I see one missing. I had 7 exactly.
I would also like a pastry.
I had 7 exactly, and Beltol doesn't get another one.
That's amazing. That's so good.
Yeah.
Even though he rolled
got
like a he rolled a freaking 59 on his freaking sleight of hand. I know he took it.
Because it's gone.
In my soul,
Yeah.
I know it was him.
Deep down, I had a burning. My
'Cause
ears were
literally,
burning.
who else?
Yeah, who else would take it? Because I know it's not Beltol Tool.
Or
burgers.
I eat the pastry.
You gain 3 temporary edge points.
Let's go. It's got real effects.
Yeah. The chef feet.
Hell yes, brother. Let's go.
And if we take a shorter long rest, eventually I'll get a.
That is so good.
I pass them out to everyone, including Burgers, if Burgers wants one.
I don't think we should buff burgers.
I'm gonna give it to Burgers. I don't care. I feel bad for like almost tackling this guy. I feel like I could have taken him down. And my stepson stabbing him.
Okay. Oh well, thank you.
It's
This reminds me of This reminds me of something. He kind of like takes it and kind of like licks it. Yep. Yep, that's it.
What exactly does it remind you of?
Oh, just a little tail. Gather round, gather round.
I thought we were doing a tour.
You do keep walking.
We're just in formation around him.
We're all like circling around.
All right, well, it's you guys heard about the mother's tear?
Tear.
Sorry, I misspelled that.
It's okay. They call me tears.
Is it like common knowledge or is it like?
Well, that's that thing I had.
You guys have the tear.
Oh, we have.
It's a little empty.
I mean, we had that thing.
I
was
will
good.
pull out
and
my
then it was...
velvet sack and show him my empty tear. This?
Yeah.
Your Crown Royal bag.
Yeah, I pull out my Crown Royal dice bag.
Yep, that.
We used
I
it
think
to light
that's
the
it.
beacon.
Yeah. Put it away.
Put it away. I put it back in the velvet sack.
You shouldn't. You should get rid of that.
Why?
Not good to have.
Why
is it not good?
And I press him a little bit.
Yeah.
They don't like them. Bad luck.
Oh no.
Wait, wait. Who's they?
Come to think of it, they never really had a name. The mother's light is very fragile, and you could do bad things with that.
Bear.
You're making me regret giving you that pastry, Mr. Burger.
Yes.
I have, because of the
That-
I should just
feat
tell
I
the
took
story.
that allows me to
Yeah, you might
be
just tell the story.
telepathic.
Just let him tell the story. Let him tell the story.
Well, hold on. While he's telling the story, I want to do something. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts,
Oh, that's a
which doesn't require a save, just to hear his initial surface thoughts.
Yes.
But if you want to probe deeper, it would be a save, and they would know you're.
Yeah. Start by seeing
Okay.
what I see.
Surface thoughts.
Yeah.
Surface thoughts. There's a lot of anxiety.
Okay, so it's not Logus. Okay. Just a quick Logus check.
You feel like they're anxious. They're trying to help you, but are also trying to please someone else.
I will telepathically say that to Borks. I can hear his surface thoughts, and he wants to help both us and something greater, most likely the tentacled monster. I do not probe deeper.
Okay.
That's it. I let him tell a story.
All right.
All right. Well, you're already gathered, so I don't have to say
Does it have
that
a
part
title?
again. The city was founded on the continent of Bafrena, in the old forest. The only place dense enough to keep them safe from persecution. You know, it was many years before the Remnant delved underground, but when they did, they discovered what we called the Mother's Basin. With access to fresh water, the city began to flourish and grow. I'm sure you guys know, after the city's construction began the chance incident with the Feywild, which led to us, the Remnant. Discovered not only where many of them came from, but they all knew where they might be less. They went there for safety, essentially. They might not be persecuted. So volunteers took the city plans and began construction of the Feywild, and over many years of construction, powerful arcanists perfected the planar conduit. You might know it as the lay. I wrote these T's upside down. Give me a second. The lay threader. The lay threader.
The lay threader, like French lay threader, or one word? Lay.
No, like lay.
Two words.
Like lay, like as in terms of ley line, and then threader.
Okay.
Lay threader.
There you go. He's on it.
There you go.
Yeah, burgers. I got you.
It could channel magic from the ley lines, as I said, of Patria, and the Feywild together, which created the gateway. Now, with the invention of this conduit, the Remnant were very prosperous, and they had civilizations for hundreds of years, and they focused on innovation and the pursuit of a fancy word called spiritual enlightenment.
2 words.
You got me there. And they created things such as Borks's pyroconverger, arcane tools, and most of all,
They created this? Oh, shit.
yeah, it's actually called Borks's pyroconverger.
That's not what it's called.
I'm more worried
Wait,
that
how'd
he
you know
knew
my name?
your
I never told you my
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a little bitty retcon there.
This guy knows my name, guys.
Oh fuck. dude.
Famous.
Burgess, you do know their names. I mean, you do know that. So.
Yeah. And that's, yeah.
Yep. That's what I said.
They did this to prevent another genocide, though. That was a bad one, the first one. But
So you would know, Burgess, that the founding of Mournwick, on the continent of Patria, in the old growth, it was the place where they could be safe and hide, and there they were able to thrive, discovering the Mother's Basin, which was kind of this large underground freshwater lake.
That's where I got my fish.
Did we know that Mournwick had a twin city? I don't think we knew that.
No, I don't think so. It's all new information to me.
And also,
But I also don't know anything.
did anyone know? Okay, this might be just an out of character question. The way that Nick told his fabulous story implied to me, unless I misinterpreted, that the Feywild gates that exist are due to this Laythredder, or is that specifically the Mournwick one?
The Mournwick one was happenstance, and as Burgess tells you, it was by chance that this portal was found in the old growth of Patria.
Gotcha.
It was after its discovery that the Mournwick arcanists began trying to develop a way to control it.
Like a proper gate, basically.
Yeah, like a proper gate. And that was what led to the planar conduit, which is also known as the Laythredder.
I have a +2 intelligence. Maybe I need to roll for this, because I think Tyler knows that this Laythredder is likely what the Ascendancy used to siphon the energy. That's my theory.
Mm-hmm. I mean that was
I don't know that
pretty much
fact,
what was very hinted at by the voice.
But not necessarily that they created it. They just happened to.
No, they.
Use it.
Yeah, you remember from what Carmine said is that the collapse of Mournwick started with the disappearance of the planar conduit,
which powers the Laythredder.
Which powers, yes.
Okay. I think we need to get to this Laythredder. Can you take us there, Archivist Burgers?
No. It's not part of the tour.
I'm gonna say in his head, I know that he's listening. Just lead us there anyway. We'll
Do I hear
save you
anything, Bear?
too. I hope he does. Please?
Yeah, you hear him in your head.
Okay, good.
Yeah, sorry.
You can't respond. It's not a message spell. It's just me talking in your brain. All right.
Burgess, you feel a rumbling in your stomach as you hear the words. But nothing quite yet.
Man, I think I just felt hungry for the first time.
Well, let's go get you a fish. Lead the way.
I'm out of pastries.
Just quietly in the background. I'm out of pastries.
Yeah, I could have got you more, but sorry.
Somebody
was that like SNL bit with like Avengers? I'm out of arrows. You're what? I'm out of arrows.
It's your one thing.
Well, I'll continue the story as we go, but
What? Can you tell us, like, I mean, like now that we're paused, like, what is this labyrinth thing? Like, is it?
Well, they just call it the Labyrinth for.
Is it dramatic?
Honestly, it's a bad. I can navigate it, but like.
Could I?
Probably not.
Okay, that's fair.
I do a lot of wandering. I kind of got used to it.
I guess you have nothing better to do, right?
Are we at the entrance to the labyrinth, or still walking towards it?
You guys are in the labyrinth.
Okay.
We're in the labyrinth.
You guys have been walking around and through. He's been leading you through corridors, around bends, into the crossroads.
Okay.
through that. You guys have just kind of been wandering through this labyrinth as he's just been leading the way.
Hey, Miss, are you sure we're not lost?
I will one by one telepathically communicate to everybody else basically what I said to Burgess, which is just, if we can get to the lay threader, we have the conduit, we might be able to escape the city through that. So I say that one by one.
mean,
takes about a minute.
Do we what? So, can never mind. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
As I was saying, I think I left off at the part where they're making weapons.
Yeah, they're making my Borks' pie opener
Yeah,
right
that's
It's
yeah,
weird that they named it that hundreds of years ago before Borks
Yeah, you
existed.
know,
That's honestly, that's
I thought it
insane.
was one word, and
you said a word really funny
You
there.
did say it really funny.
that's my childhood speech impediment coming through.
I love it. I love it.
Embraces
I
it.
love it so much. It's so adorable because you're a little gobby boy. I love it.
It's okay.
I used to get teased about it all the time, but you know, it's fine now. I learned to grow.
I learned to grow. Dude, Borks can't die. He's the only one who deserves to live. He's so wholesome.
Even the child deserves to
Dude,
die.
that guy's an asshole. I don't care that he's 4. Everyone dies one day.
Well, the fear of everything being
He's just got
destroyed one day was like kind of like always a present anxiety, kind of like what I have with. Regardless of that, the weapons were kept secret. Because you know if those got into the wrong hands, ooh. I mean,
Borks.
I mean, yeah. He looks at Borks. He goes, "Well, I guess somehow you got that." Well, Anyways, do you guys know what the Shadecurse is?
Insight check.
Yeah, insight check.
What the fuck was that? Anyways. That is a natural fucking 20. That's 24 total.
He's like flipping through little pages in this booklet he has. And he's like reading pages off of like a script almost.
Oh fuck.
But it's also like he's reading some of the script is just like the raw like third person perspective writing from a book. So like sometimes he's telling you the story in third person and other times it's in first person. And he's just you noticed this right away, just even watching it, he like wiping the sweat off his brow, flipping through the pages.
I want to snatch the.
I was just gonna say the same thing.
You want to try and snatch his book?
Oh, yeah,
It's
I
like
hold him,
in
you
your-
grab the book.
Hey, I could just grab it. What's he gonna do? Stop me?
I could
I mean,
help.
he could probably kill you.
I think he can kill us.
Are you guys talking about stealing this guy's book from him?
Not
Like in the
no,
book
not-
that is
Out
in his
of
hand that he's
Out of
actively
character.
reading
Out of
from.
character, yeah.
Out of character. Does anybody mention this to Belton?
No, I'm not saying anything out loud.
No, I'm not
for
saying
sure.
anything about it.
Okay. Okay.
If we say anything out
I
loud,
mean,
And it's
Okay.
also in his hands, and he's reading from
he
it. So
will
like,
kill
I can
us
always
stealing
ban-
it.
if
Yeah,
we
yeah,
say it out
yeah.
loud.
If
Yeah.
I banish him, would the book go with him?
Probably.
You guys are
Don't
assuming
banish
that he
him.
has low
Yeah.
saves.
I also
Yeah, let's
have.
banish the one guy who's trying to help us get out of this fucking labyrinth. Yeah,
I
let's do
say,
that.
This is
I
his
say
first
we
war.
just continue following him because I've communicated to all of you that we need
He knows
to
how to get out of here, and he's our only way
Yeah.
out. So why are we trying to like hinder
I
that?
will say, so I'm not role playing every.
Like we're gonna be
sentence.
trapped in here forever.
I am sending stuff that I figure out. Like, hey, I'm pretty sure he's reading from that book like a script. he's definitely being controlled by something other than himself. Like, I'm just giving these little tidbits to everyone as we're walking telepathically.
His will is not his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be nice
Is
to this guy
yours?
because
Yeah, he's great, but his dad's an asshole for sure.
So the opposite
So-
of me and Bert.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you understand, child.
To alleviate some of the stress off of Burgess, I will give a abridged retelling.
That's signal for Nick is doing a bad job.
No,
No,
he's doing
no,
great.
not at all.
great job.
I'm kidding.
They're just a little jealous.
I think
I'm just trying to speak
honestly,
nonsense.
the fact that you were like, "Do I know this?" is even better for the character because
Right.
you
Well,
are
no, I
literally
decided-
reading from a script. Perfect.
That was the plan.
Yeah, I love it.
So, the city of Mournwick was founded on the continent of Patria in the Old Forests, the only place dense enough to keep them safe from persecution from everyone around them, whether it was the nations that banded together to fight the Black Star or whether it was just the wilderness itself. It was many years before the Remnant delved underground. But when they did, they discovered the Mother's Basin. With access to fresh water, the city began to grow rapidly. And not long after this start of rapid progression, the discovery of a Feywild portal began the development of the Ley Threader and the Planar Conduit. A device that could channel arcane ley lines together, threading them into one to create stable gateways between planes. Predominantly, however, this was only used to go between the Feywild and the material. Any other locations was merely theory. However, with these inventions, they had now the resources of both great cities. Volunteers having long since traveled through the portal to begin construction on the opposite side, the two cities were joined in a planar union with the Ley Threader, allowing the population to grow and the Remnant to spread from the dwindling race it once was to a grand, noble nation. However, the fear of being destroyed was an ever-present anxiety for the Remnant, always waiting for the next army to come crashing at their door, the elves to find them, the dwarves to find them. And so, while they sought to develop great tools to further the building of their nation, they also created powerful weapons that were coveted away in the collectory, in museums, and in hidden vaults, where they would lie in wait to be used against any potential attackers. This also, however, foreseeably made political relations very difficult. The Seelie and Unseelie court, especially, were untrustworthy of the Remnant and did not do dealings with them. Also working against the Remnant in the founding of Mournwick was the Shadecurse. As those of you from the town of Sorrow would know, the Shadecurse's origin is muddied history. It's not entirely clear if the Black Star is directly responsible or if it is something that predates the Black Star themselves. But it is something that lingers in many Remnant individuals, sort of like a genetic disease that can be passed down from parent to child. The Shadecurse could be done the same. Not only could you get it genetically, it could also be exposed to large quantities of the shadow. corruption as you guys have experienced. The Shadecurse over time leaves one hollow, empty, a shade of their former selves, where they become feral, unruly, destroying everything around them until they wither away into nothing. But when Kyella was split, her last tear, this brilliant beam of light, struck the ground, but was found by the Remnant, scattered across the battlefield. Leaderless, alone, those touched by the tear found the influence of the darkness alleviated, and so they coveted away, fleeing with it. These individuals were the first to found Mournwick, where it was later used by the Arcanists to power a radiant beacon, spreading the Mother's light across Mournwick. Through the times of prosperity, shades became rare, almost unheard of, and many Remnant were able to live long and productive, peaceful lives because of the Mother's beacon. Even more miraculously is those who were born in the light were less likely to carry the curse. And some bloodlines that had been cursed for generations were saved. But all good things are not meant to last. And while the Remnant knew many years of peace before Mother's mercy, once Kyella left for good, indefinitely at least, not only did the Shadecurse be left behind, lingering, the tear lost its light, allowing the Shadecurse to spread its affluence, growing. Every individual who died powered this flood. And for many, many years, no one but shades wandered the halls. But even they faded away, and nothing but darkness lingered. But it is also in darkness that Burgess tells you that they continued their work as they always did. And as the story kind of comes to a close, you find yourselves at the threshold of this massive library. Ahead of you, display cases, glass boxes, all very well kept in a room ever so slightly illuminated. Burgess, you would know this is the museum part of the collectory. And you successfully led them through the labyrinth.
And we're here.
The next part of the tour.
I'll give everyone a 10-minute break to hydrate, maybe finish your snacks, and then we'll head on to the museum portion.
Did you finish
Make sure to clean your hands, though.
Did you finish your snack?
That's what I'm gonna start now. I'm on lunch. And he takes his hat off.
I'm on lunch. This fucking guy, dude.
I'll die for purchase.
I think he's gonna kill us first.
It's okay. I'll gladly accept the death.
You know what?
He's definitely the fucking boss.
Yeah. He's made of a single tentacle, guaranteed.
He's like
How
the
did you guys speak so poorly of Burgess?
I've seen inside his brain, and this guy's freaking the fuck out. Which means he knows something.
and he's telling us shit.
Alright, well, we're on break time according to Burgess, so...
Yeah.
We are gonna go ahead and go to break.
Alright.
Burgess is on lunch.
Burgess is on lunch.
He's just smoking a cigarette. Like
Okay.
he's turned the corner, he's just smoking.
Welcome back, everyone, from our brief break.
Yo.
I'm walking. That's all I think of whenever Borks
Yeah.
talks.
Borks is just canonically from Patria's New York.
I'm walking.
Feywild is Patria's New York.
Are you
It's
from
the South
are you
and
from
New York.
Are you from Upper Mournwick or?
I'm actually from from the Manhattan of Mournwick.
I was born in the statue.
Or
of
Long. I was actually from Long Island. Long Island.
Long Mournwick.
Long,
Just the
long
longer
morning.
city. Yeah.
Hey, tell.
Just immediately
Okay.
failed.
So,
I love it.
Trying to think of like
You
something.
guys
You ever had a Krispy Kreme donut?
Tell Joe Burgess I'm gonna give him a big old
bring
kiss.
it in, guys.
Bring
Let's
it
bring it in.
in.
So, you guys have been successfully led through the labyrinth. Coming out the opposite side, you are now welcomed by the same clean marble floors, but now these wood and glass, or in some cases stone and glass, display boxes and display cases are carefully positioned throughout this room, with each one kind of having a placard on the outside of it.
Well,
It kind of stretches on for a while.
I hope you all had a good break. Because we're going to continue the museum portion. Please, if you have any questions about the objects you see here.
That count as a short rest, by the way.
No.
It did for
Damn.
me.
Oh no.
Oh shit. I mean, if you took one of my pastries, you get 3
Every
temporary
time I
HP.
blink, it's a short rest. Well,
How
got
long are
another
your
spell
blinks?
slot back.
His blinks are canonically like 6 years.
Boom.
You guys all age every time he blinks.
Ah!
Old age.
Well, yeah, this is the museum. There's a lot of old stuff here. But over here, follow me. He just starts.
What are you gonna
He
show us?
starts leading you
I
through.
will telepathically ask Borks to read all the signs that you mentioned.
Yeah, Borks will relay all the signs that that were mentioned and stuff like that. Like this is this.
Yeah.
Are you stopping at every single one? There's a lot.
Well, I mean, I would just read it as we pass.
Okay, so you kind of see stone tablets of misfortune, the arcane propulsion foot.
Wait, what?
There
are
is
these like
a-
display cases you said?
Yeah, these are
Oh,
like
hell yeah,
closed
dude.
glass
Hey,
cases
Is-
where you see these various artifacts. Some of them look to be more conventional items, like you see an axe or like a pickaxe.
or a mall.
There doesn't seem to be any malls.
Is it a ball?
Damn it.
Indeed.
All right, I just keep walking. I'm not gonna stop the tour. That'd be rude.
Yeah.
All right, Burgess, what are you taking them to?
I'm here.
You can take us to the Lathreda.
Oh, here's a doozy. Here's a small figurine of a golden canary, and
You
it's
guys
in
see
like
this?
it. And it's on the floor, in a box that is like 60 feet by 60 feet.
What?
Fucking run that by me one more time.
Wait. It's a small canary in a
Mhm.
what?
Well, in a gigantic like glass container that's like 60 feet by 60 feet.
Is it like suspended in the middle?
It's on the floor. It's like kind of far away.
Why do you
there
need
a
such a
way-
big container?
It needs space.
Does it fly around?
Yeah.
You hesitated
Sometimes.
there for a second.
Can I make
Sometimes.
like a bird call to see if this canary reacts?
It's gold. Like it's
Hey, yo, canary.
That doesn't
It's
change
solid
my
gold.
question.
Is there
Yeah,
is
make a
there
bird
a
call.
way into this container, or is
It
it
is
just
solid
glass?
glass.
I'm gonna look at the pommel of my dagger and just think, how much trouble would I get into if I broke this glass?
You motherfucker. That would be so
I'm gonna make an
loud.
insight check on. Can I make an insight check with advantage since I know when?
You get spidey senses that your
Yeah.
child's about to be a little shit.
Insight check of
you don't
little.
even-
Can I make a little? Can I
You
make a
don't
little
even
shit
need-
check?
you don't even need to make an insight
To
check.
mischief.
Well, that's a nat
You-
20 anyway, so.
Yeah, you don't
was a
like
one.
nat
It was a
20.
three and
As
a-
soon as you
bird.
saw
He
the
wants
gold
that bird.
canary, as soon as you saw the gold canary, you knew it was over.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
you
know
better
he
not-
wants that bird.
He's gonna place his
knew
hand.
it was
He's gonna
over.
place his hand on Boyle's shoulder and
That
just
is
shake his head. He's
fantastic
gonna be like,
news.
"Nope, not today."
Guys, we're
Not today,
dying.
buddy.
Beltol is just like, but what if the sword it cuts through?
Yeah, well, I could literally shatter it too, but you don't see me doing it.
Beltol points to the sword on the back that cut through the stone like butter.
Yeah, well, you could cut through that and you would get in trouble. Burgers might eat you or something. I don't know.
Beltol looks at burgers and like ruffles his feathers and just crosses his arms.
the rest of Beltol's life. If you do that, burgers might eat you.
Can I see Beltol trying to get at it?
I mean, they're having this whole.
I mean, he was more of like
yeah,
he
we're
was
like
more
we're
of like-
just right in front of you having this conversation.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
more
you
like-
could-
It was more like thinking about it, like thinking.
yeah, yeah. Like I was just more like knowing Beltol's tendencies. I would just be like, I was just stopped him before he did anything.
You like it, little guy?
Beltol nods. I want it.
You
I don't want to know what that's mimicking. I want it. Give it to me, baby. Wait, what?
Campaign 2 spoiler.
Well,
This child needs
I suppose I could get a replacement in before the next group comes in. So, here.
What?
and
You make 'em?
and
Do you make these?
and then Burgess is gonna just
I didn't realize this museum was a buy and sell.
Burgess, do you step past the threshold?
Yeah.
What the
You know,
You
I'm
guys
gonna go
just
get 'em.
watch. You guys just watch as Burgess puts his hand on the glass, and after a moment, his hand just passes straight through, and he walks straight through the glass.
I
Beltol.
don't
Oh.
like that.
Jaw just
And then,
dropped.
and then Burgess is just gonna grab a
Bork's just
before
like
he
in
goes
the
in.
glass.
Before he goes in, he grabs a little canary bird cage and goes in and,
Aw.
picks up the gold canary and places it on like the little like perch, and it falls off
Okay.
immediately onto its side in the cage. But he still brings it over and he crouches down and hands it to Beltol. Here you go, little guy.
Beltol takes it and is just looking at Burgers like, what the fuck is this guy? and just holds the cage to his chest and just holding it there.
Take good care of him.
Beltold nods. I will.
You know, if you don't mind me asking, where do you get those from?
Well, funny you ask, Sawyer.
I'm sorry, what?
From all over.
No,
You know, you're Sawyer, Knight of Dreams, no?
Oh,
I'm
title included?
sorry. Sawyer hasn't said that around any of them
Nope.
other than the one.
No.
Yeah, we have your Bork. I know your names. Bork, Sawyer, Terrace, Beltold.
Told you
Carmine?
our names.
I draw my
Drosophila.
sickle. I am drawing my sickle
you're
and
Burgess.
putting it against his throat.
Wait. Whoa, whoa.
Fucking sheath in his flail.
Wait, what's my
Beltold just simply goes, "That's not my name. My name is Bong."
Fuck off.
Drosophila, help me out.
Oh, Drosophila.
And he looks to Cronus' character.
Oh!
Oh, baby! I am very scared.
I mean, that guy's name is No Name.
Beltold
No, it was-
looks to his twin and
His-
gives him a "What the fuck is he talking about?"
His-
look.
His name's Drosophila. That's what I know.
What?
You don't know your own name?
My sickle
Do
is
you-
against his neck still.
How do you know this? There's no rhyme or reason or how or any way that you could know this. What possibly could have told you any of that information?
I mean, I
I
told
don't-
my
I was never told my name.
I don't really know how I know. If that's just your guys' names. It's like the way history is just history. Please put the knife down.
Take us to the Laythreader. Laythreader,
Right.
thank you.
That's on the way. Don't worry. It's on the other side of the museum.
Then
Is
let's
that the end?
hurry to it.
Can I do
I-
an insight check on that?
I could give you another museum item if
Can I-
that'll soothe you.
what?
Can I
Hey,
insight
wait, I
check
don't
what
think.
my name?
Hmm?
Can I insight check what my name?
Sure.
I got a 19 for my insight check.
And what are you trying to glean?
The Laythreader being at the end of the museum.
He seems like he's being honest.
I got a 24.
24. He genuinely believes that is your name. Whether you recognize it as your name or not, Burgess thinks it's your name. So,
I will put my sickle away, but I am ready.
Beltold 2 is going through a crisis right now.
It's at this point Sawyer is going to raise her fingers to her lips and whistle and cast Feinsteed again and resummon Belmont. And
Monty comes in a sparkle of moon dust, forms, and Burgess, you see this giant, big dog
It's a nice
appear in
pet.
your museum.
It's a nice pet.
Just make sure he doesn't knock anything over.
Make sure he doesn't pee on any of
I'm
the
gonna
artifacts.
telepathically command Belmont to just keep his eye at all times on this person.
He stinks.
Like what?
Like before, when everything got dark.
He's a fucking puppet.
She's gonna whistle again and have Monty start moving forward to try and corner him.
As Monty goes forward, He also looks over at Carmine. He smells too.
We're all gonna die.
Paris. And Sawyer's gonna kind of just reach out for you.
I turn when you say my name.
There's... Monty said they reek of the person, that voice, that... What was it again?
Tentacle Daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
God damn it.
We never got a name.
Yeah, we never did the voice of in the darkness.
Yeah,
There we
but
go.
it doesn't need to be fucking called Tentacle Daddy.
Canon. Guaranteed that's what's on the stat block.
No.
Guaranteed it's on the stat block.
Well, Bear, is it on the stat block?
Not only is it...
Wow.
Not only is it them, but... Carmine, you... feeling alright?
Quite frankly, no. I'm not feeling alright.
While all of this is going on, Nameless he's actually changed back into her true form. As you see, a girl with stringy white patchy hair is almost like someone pulled it out. And there's this giant scar across her face, like someone scratched her, and one eye is completely milky white, as if it doesn't work anymore. And she only has her right eye. And there's just scars and scratches all over her body. As she just mumbling the name over and over again.
Hey, you good? You good? No name?
Actually, I did what name? I don't have one. That's not. It can't be.
I mean, your name could be whatever you want it to be. Doesn't mean it's whatever Burgers over there said.
I think you also have to think logically. When you were born from parents, they likely gave you an identifier, whether you remember it or not. I don't know how this archivist would know it, but that very well could be your name.
At Nameless, do they look like they're not okay?
I don't think you need to.
Who has the miserable condition?
Me.
I do.
I do. All
I
of
think
us,
everybody
except
No.
for-
Sawyer has
But
been
Nameless and
sulking this
Terrace.
entire time.
Yeah.
Terrace
Yeah,
is
so
fine.
looking at the party, everyone but Terrace and I believe Nameless is looking rather miserable.
I'm the cleanest I've ever
Man,
been, weirdly
you
enough.
guys just... This one's on the house. Here, come look at this one.
Oh wait, hey, what is it? What is it?
No,
And he leads you to this time a wooden case that's like about like
DM, is there a clear path that we are following?
No. It
just-
is very haphazardly organized in this museum.
Hey,
Okay.
There you go. He brings you to it's like another pedestal with like a wooden box that's about like 2 feet long.
Mhm.
And he kind of pulls out a key and unlocks it and opens it and reveals this this musket-like weapon, barrel and all, but in the middle where the chamber that you would load a round into is replaced by this topaz
Some
glowing
motherfucking
scale
laser
suspended.
Fucking rifle, you motherfucker. Is this a laser
Alright, hey.
rifle?
all right, hey, I'm gonna throw something in there. Can you shoot it, Burgess?
Actually, it's called a what is it called again?
Topaz Annihilator.
Yeah, it's called a Topaz Annihilator.
Annihilator?
Annihilator. Hot damn.
One.
Fucking
want one.
what now?
I want it.
And while it is the shape of a musket, you see it is kind of just this long, carved metal and wood that seems to have like channels dug down the sides of it, where this orange dragon scale kind of floats in this little empty space where you would normally like have the chambering mechanism for a gun. But it looks more kind of like a like it's gun shaped.
But none of us know what a gun is.
No,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
no, none of you
Yeah.
know what it like. So this looks like a really weird, like that somebody chopped the end of a crossbow off and like added a whole bunch of unnecessary length. But it's also got runes carved into it with these two
Is that a cane?
channels.
I will pick it up.
Okay.
And I will point it at the archivist.
Oh my
How
god.
does it work?
Archivist,
Finger
you
isn't
def-
on the trigger. I'm just holding
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Because I imagine none of us know what a rifle is.
Correct.
So I'm probably not even holding it right.
well, there's
Nope.
there's a little lever there. You pull that, shoots.
I point straight up and shoot the lever. Which might mean I'm pointing straight down. I don't know if I'm holding it right.
The dragon scale lights up, and all of a sudden, this orange beam of light shoots straight up in a direct, continuous line for as long as you hold that trigger.
I probably let go of it pretty quickly, like half a second.
So it just. This beam shoots up into the darkness, and it illuminates all the way up into the ceiling until you hear the against the ceiling as the energy blasts. Some dust kind of trickles down.
Yeah, I gotta fix that. But maybe if you're gonna shoot it at a place where I can fix the hole later. But if you hold it down longer, it's like does more of that. Don't do it, though.
Eyes,
Just
To
It's
kind
really
of,
hot.
okay.
eyes are a light.
So to read you what exactly, this weapon has a normal range of 100 feet and a long range of 300 feet. It also has the two-handed property. It deals 2d6 necrotic damage on a hit. However, if this damage reduces a creature to 0 hit points, the target is reduced to dust. Alternatively, while this weapon is on your person, you can use an action to cast the Disintegrate spell at a DC 18 saving throw. However, you can only
Fucking
do that
PTSD
once
out
per
here.
day.
Okay. I am
Fucking we got
holding this
disintegrated.
tightly with both hands.
Beltol's eyes are a light. with
Hey, you
what-
already got that shiny sword.
Sword.
Yeah, you got that shiny sword.
actually,
dude.
when you mention that, Beltol actually goes up to Burgers and goes, "I have a question. I have a question.
Yes.
What is this?" And he points to the sword in
love
his
that.
neck.
Burgess kind of reaches down and like tries to pull it up, kind of lifting up Beltol in the process because it's not coming out of the hilt. He's like he grabbed it at a weird
your
angle.
Your hand is like being like swatted at. He doesn't want you to take it from him. He just wants you to look.
Hey, wait.
No, he's
Hey,
like
let
just
him.
pull it.
Hey, let him look at it. Let him look at it. I mean, you can
Beltol-
still hold on.
Beltol
Hey.
takes it out of its sheath and holds it out toward you, but is still holding the hilt.
Yeah,
of
you
the
can
sword.
stand on my shoulders, Baltol, and then they can maybe get a closer look.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do
So,
that.
looking at this blade that the Beltol produces for you to look at, you do not recognize it at all.
Probably a fake.
Fake what? Fake what?
I
It's a
don't
sword.
recognize it,
No,
I
just because you
recognize
don't
almost
recognize it doesn't
everything.
mean it's a fake.
but I recognize almost everything.
Museum curators are the worst.
I mean, what is this? Are you
You
I don't know.
draw-
It cut through solid stone pretty easily, so.
Yeah, I'll sit down and are there any empty pedestals around?
Well,
Empty pedestals?
the box that
Yeah.
had my gun in it is empty now.
Yeah.
I'll
the-
just lightly lay the blade down and just let it cut through the case.
yeah, it does not cut through the case, actually.
Oh,
Oh.
shit! Get got.
Damn. I will
Told
try
ya.
and stab the case.
I was trying to
You go
stab
to
Burgess.
stab the case, and it just glances off.
Tyler, who knows what this weapon is very scared.
Beltol looks down at it and is like thinking to himself, maybe it's not wood, and goes to the floor and tries to poke the floor, see if it stabs the stone. Just like
You stab
Alright.
straight through the stone.
Beltol's beak is just it's like open.
Like a confused bird look.
Yeah,
Just pogging.
Terrace,
literally.
Terrace, who has decided that he hates this Kenku for no reason at all, is going to try to get Beltol's attention by snapping his fingers. And if Beltol looks over, Terrace has both hands out, one offering the gun, and the other asking for the sword.
Hey,
Oh man.
I mean,
Fully understanding I'm giving a child a firearm.
hey, I mean,
I'm gonna-
You're good. Hey, you're pretty good with that sword, dude. I don't know whatever that fucking thing is, and it's also like 3 times your size.
It's literally twice your height.
Okay. Do I think I could realistically wield this gun?
Yeah, it's not very heavy.
It's
Okay, I'm
nice,
gonna roll a
fine.
d. I'm gonna roll a d4. Odds, it's I want the gun. Evens, I'm gonna keep the sword. Oh, it's a 4. Beltol, who has just learned that this cuts through
It sounds
solid
like you
stone.
want the gun.
Huh?
It sounded like you wanted the gun when you said, "Oh."
I have
I
a
do
question
want
that
the
will
gun, but I
likely
also
get me
want the
hurt,
sword.
Mr. DM.
Mhm.
While Beltol was obviously thinking about it, can I try sleight of hand and just take the sword from him?
Roll sleight of hand.
While he's momentarily
Are you
distracted?
depositing the gun in his hands in
No,
return?
I'm trying to take the...
Oh, you're gonna get fucking shanked.
Oh, you might get punched too.
You're gonna get absolutely shanked.
I don't have that good sleight of hand, but can you imagine?
I mean, either way. Either
We're
way.
both me. Borg was watching the two of you just
I
like.
rolled a 22 sleight of hand.
Okay,
Okay.
while in this moment of contemplation, Beltol, you feel the sword be just pulled out of your grip, and
Can you like?
Terrace is now
Uh,
holding it.
Can you, like, make a
And
check save to resist it?
Beltol unsheaths his sword and tears through.
Okay,
Just
well, as you're
okay.
stabbing me, I was putting the rifle in your stepdad's hands.
Oh,
You
in my
didn't
hands.
you didn't give it to me, and Beltol's immediate reaction was, "What the fuck are you stealing?"
Yeah,
from
go
me?"
ahead,
And he's
stab
just
me.
gonna stab you.
That's fine.
All right, I'm gonna.
Hey, don't stab him.
That's cocked. 17 plus
That
7,
hits.
and I'm booming blading you.
Oh my god.
Well,
You don't have a
my-
full turn. I don't think you can bonus action here.
No.
That's not a bonus. That's a regular action. As I'm stabbing into you, I'm just booming blading and just being like, fuck
Here's
you.
I'm
the
standing.
thing.
I'm standing right there, right?
That's pretty
If
fucked
not,
up.
if not,
Here's
I'll
the thing,
just stab.
Beltol.
Interception.
Hold on. Let Bear resolve this.
Here's the thing, Beltol. You are stabbing them from behind. This counts as sneak attack.
Okay.
Rude. Wait, they're
don't-
behind me? What?
No, wait.
Not
How are you
behind-
stabbing?
How are
him
they
from behind?
behind me?
Surprise.
Not okay,
surprised.
not behind. I mean, just like
I
out
don't
of-
count it as an ally in this
unprovoked.
situation.
It's very much a surprise. I'm gonna fucking stab you because you stole from me.
I use
I'm
interception since I'm
also
standing.
miserable.
How
since
does
I'm
interception?
standing.
Hell yeah, brother.
When a creature you see hits a target other than you within 5 feet of you of an attack, you can use your reaction to reduce the damage the target takes by 1d10 plus 3 to a minimum of 0
Hell
damage.
yeah.
Sure,
You must
gonna
be wielding
come
a
in
shield or a
handy.
simple
Okay.
weapon to use this reaction.
Can I also do something? It's gonna rage
So
and fucking
the
break
way
my
we're
heart.
gonna the way we're gonna resolve this, Beltol, you lunge forward with your dagger to stab Terrace after they take the sword from you. As you do,
Oh, this is
Sawyer's
close. He's gonna be
shield
grounded.
glances the dagger away from Terrace, and Sawyer is now standing at you, looking very like. How do you look,
She,
Sawyer?
that's because she is miserable. She is staring down at you.
Thousand
With
yard
this-
stare.
Beltol is
That
matching
How much
says-
your
damage do I
gaze.
That
take?
says, try it.
I'm rolling.
Yeah, let me decide. Let me see how much damage I take before I decide how Terrace reacts.
Her normal, like, because she has blue eyes, right? They're ice.
You take 27 damage and you are wreathed in thunderous energy.
How much, sorry?
Whatever the 27 and you are wreathed with thunderous
And what did
energy.
you roll to reduce the damage, sorry?
Yeah, and then what is your
Rolling right now.
Sorry, if someone could quickly
Oh,
catch me
oh
up.
my God,
I went
that's
to
a
like
10.
grab some water and I come
So-
back
Terrace
to
Terrace stole Beltol's sword and Beltol reacted by stabbing Terrace.
Why did Terrace fucking steal?
I was
I
originally
know
offering an
idea.
exchange, but he didn't take me up on it.
And-
But I wanted
Yeah,
the sword.
and so
I
was
am-
thinking about it, and so he stole it.
You mitigate
Jesus.
13 damage.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And Beltol is staring back up at you, Sawyer, with the
I'm gonna.
most hurt and betrayed look, and is like getting ready to just go underneath you and keep going at Terrace.
I'm gonna like grab Baltol by the scruff of their neck.
Can I
Still,
telekinetically shove Borks away?
still
Sure.
teary-eyed and like
So
so.
make a strength save, Borks.
What
I
were
would
you
have
doing,
raged
Nameless?
by this point because
Yeah, Raid. What were you doing, Nameless?
Still teary-eyed and still like kind of crying over their identity
I'm-
crisis.
I
They're gonna.
grab you anyway because I just got a nat 20, baby.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You do
Go ahead.
feel there is
Hold
a
on, hold
force.
on.
Hey,
Let Kronos
both
talk.
of
Hold
you,
on, hold
let
on.
Kronos talk.
Nameless is gonna run over and give Tears a hug, casting Cure Wounds while still also crying about their identity crisis.
Just you partially tackle me. I'm undeterred by the damage, not moving because I don't want to take that damage.
You heal for 10 damage.
All right, I'm back
I mean,
to
10
full
HP.
health. I'm good. I look at Sawyer and just say, "Did you want the sword back? I believe you found it first before the young one took it."
While there's also still a child hugging you.
Beltol is just looking at Borks and is just like, he stole.
I mean, you don't
He
need
took-
to stab
he took-
someone.
You
Who
stole
cares?
first, Beltol, from Sawyer.
She
Yeah.
gave it up. She did not want it.
Yeah. I mean, she did give it to him. It wasn't stealing. But
Wow.
you don't need to stab someone for stealing.
Mine.
Nah.
Mine. It was mine.
I don't stab you whenever you steal someone from someone else. This doesn't make
Uh,
sense.
The question isn't whether or not I want it. The question is, can we trust him with it now that he's proven he's not afraid to stab another one of us?
Hey, if it's anything, I can just give you another thing from the museum.
Poor Burgess is just standing in the corner.
What did you say, Burgess?
Like, I could just give you another thing, so you don't have to steal.
Well,
You have a lot of stuff here.
What do I have to roll to break out of this grasp?
Before
What
you
did you-
do that, I wanted to just
Well,
get down
before
on
he
one
does it, I'm
knees.
taking away. He's not getting anything now.
I just want to kneel down.
getting the
to
gun,
be
you're
at
not getting the sword.
Beltol's height And holding the sword firmly so he can't freaking nick it out of my hand. Trade?
I mean, I got the gun.
Beltol
Or
looks
whatever.
so betrayed by you and so hurt. He just looks at you and spits on the ground and continues to struggle against orcs.
Okay, I'll clean that.
You-
Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
You're mean. You're mean. I don't like you. Let me go. Let me go. And it's like
Yeah,
struggling.
you probably
Like,
shouldn't have
Do you
taken
wish
advantage
you-
of
do
him
you
like
wish
that,
for me to hold
Paris,
on to
and
the
you wouldn't have
sword?
got stabbed.
Nah,
Makes sense.
It was my
I know.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? I didn't hear you. There was a lot of talking. Forks.
I said I was talking to Terrace saying probably shouldn't have taken from the kid either, because now you can't go back on what you did, and neither can he. So
That's fine. I accept that.
do you want your gun back?
No, it's not mine. Neither is
I
the
mean,
sword.
it's not mine. It's not mine. None of this is ours.
It's yours now.
I mean, he said it's ours.
I look over to Burgess. Where's next?
Oh, well, I'm gonna keep this on my back.
Well,
You better not. You don't get it,
We're still going, but
belt toll.
I think we'll end up where you guys wanted to be, right?
Yeah, we want to
the
go to
basin.
that place.
Yeah, we're on our way. Don't worry. Here, let me just get geez, Carmine. You don't got a lot on you. Here, this one's for you. I went through your things during break. Sorry.
You what?
No, he looked at your character sheet during break. That's what he meant.
But still, even in character. if I
Ter-
had to
Terrace
move
Terrace
the shit.
drops the sword and walks past Burgess onto wherever we should be headed.
I'll pick that up later if no one gets that.
What is
I'll
it?
grab
Did
it.
you drop?
The sword.
I'll grab it.
I would have let go of Beltol by now.
Okay,
Just
well,
like giving him oh, wait till your mother hears about this.
29 stealth to disappear from the party.
Well, Nameless kind
I fall into shadow.
of wipes their tears, goes over the terrace. Well, are your wounds healed?
I'm fine. Nameless, thank you.
Safla, did I make you cry?
Oh, I can't wait to kill this archivist. this guy's the stuff of nightmares, man. He's truly horrifying.
Well, if you want, I can always hold on to the sword until someone wants to claim it.
I'm already walking away, and I just say back, it's on the floor.
Carmine has it actually. I'm just kind of holding it just in case fucking Beltol's gonna try and stab again. At least I can
got
take the hit.
I got the gun.
Well, I guess then I'm kind of morph into tears and continue on as normal.
Okay, this one we gotta keep it locked up. It's just a big safe, and I forget what it's called, but oh no, it's on a name tag here. Yeah, Borks's bigger pyro converter. I think what it's been
What?
called. and then he's gonna open up the safe, and you just see a giant fucking pyro converter.
Jesus Christ.
All right. That's gonna be amazing for the bakery. Holy shit! Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you can
Wait,
take that one.
hold on. Time out. You're using your pyro converter. I lick my lips again, like not in like a oh that was delicious, but in like, is there any more gasoline covered pastries near my mouth?
No, it's just as a power for the oven. Powers up the oven.
Honestly, that's really smart, Bork.
Yeah, I'll get you a trolley for it.
Fucking IKEA troll.
A trolley.
Yeah, this place used to be an IKEA.
The bag of holding, except it's the blue
Oh
IKEA
shit!
bag.
No wonder we get lost.
That's so sick. That's so fucking sick.
Hey, does anyone? Hey, do you want my old one? I mean, it's kind of on its last legs a little bit.
Here. And he takes it and just puts it in the safe and hands you the pyro converger. There.
Okay, so what is
Replace.
Okay, so I have a gun and a pyro converger. All right, who wants this gun? That's not named Beltol.
Don't wave it around. I can
I'm
hold
not
it.
pointing it at anyone. I'm just holding it in the air.
While you do that,
Horizontally.
I'm gonna get the last thing. And he just like kind of disappears.
I don't know how to use that. I'm sorry.
I mean,
The bigger pyro converger is a pyro converger that does double the damage, but has the heavy and two-handed properties.
Okay.
Out
of character,
does
I
do
feel
double?
like
Is the
the
spell
DM
save? Is the
giving us
save higher?
weapons for some sort of final encounter. I don't think the
Oh,
druid
yeah.
needs
Yeah.
the gun. I don't know
I
who
don't
gets
know.
it, but the druid doesn't need a rifle.
No, I have a
Um,
I have a feeling that one of us was supposed to end up with the sword, and one of us was supposed to end up with the gun, and it's kind of.
Well, isn't it? It's not a sword. It's a dagger,
It's
right?
technically a dagger,
Yeah,
so I think
it's
Beltol's
technically
a
supposed to
dagger.
have it.
That's why we gave it to Beltol to begin with, because we were asked. It wasn't a sword. It was a dagger.
Oh, I know. Terrace is just an asshole. That's all.
Yeah.
I was fully just trying to teach a kid a lesson about being a bit of a wiener.
Well, yeah. you
I got stabbed for it, which honestly fair.
He got stabbed
Yeah.
and hugged.
Fair.
It's fine.
Okay, I'm back. With the other
I mean,
thing.
I'm willing to give back fucking the sword back to Beltol. I just didn't know if Beltol was in a very stabby mood.
Well,
for some
he's
reason.
disappeared from
Beltol's
reality.
gone.
Yeah.
Beltol's
Yeah,
gone.
also Beltol's
He's
gone,
nowhere to be
so-
seen.
I know he probably didn't go that far. Whenever he runs away, he's always like close by. Usually.
While we're handing out weapons, I'm going to druid craft a like grass blade string to hold the mother's tear as a necklace, and just keep it in my pocket.
All right.
Bear,
Where's
is
the gun even go
is
to?
the spell save higher?
Is the
For the-
spell save higher?
Yeah,
What's the spell save for the regular one?
13.
Yeah, it's the one for the bigger one is it's 16.
Okay.
I think
I was gonna say.
I think Silas gets the gun.
Holy shit! I have a fireball. in my hand.
Silas Sawyer. Sorry, good lord.
I was gonna
Okay.
say either Sawyer
That's another one
or
of my
Carmine
characters.
should use the
But
gun.
I don't think.
They can't smite with the gun.
Yeah,
it's the only
it completely.
So Carmine.
I
Okay,
think Carmine
okay.
should use
Theoretically, bear. Not that I need it to smite, but it would be nice to be there because I'm kind of a paladin.
Maybe Carmen?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It's around this
I thought-
time, Burgess, you would come back with whatever.
Yeah, why don't we just
your
find out what
last
Burgess
gift
brings?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got.
I mean,
It's just
Here,
a druid staff.
who wants to cast Disintegrate? Is my question.
I don't.
This is yours, Carmine. I think.
Oh, shit.
Someone told me to give this to you,
Oh, I hate that.
What?
and he just unsheathes it from it's again like a leather sack. It's just a battle axe.
I'm going to
Oh, it's gonna be the
telepathically
Berserker
say
axe.
in Apex's in fucking Carmine's head. If you swing first, I'll back you up anytime. And in the telepathic message, you hear Terra sigh.
There's kind of like a glint of recognition in Carmine's eye,
Yeah.
and he'll just kind of.
Carmine, make me a perception check while you look at this axe.
Perception check. Okay. What's +5? 25 for a nat 20, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck.
Your last name is on this axe. Your family name.
We're all fucked.
Can I come up with the family name? Because I had a name. I just forgot to fucking talk to you about it.
That's totally cool.
Alrighty. The last name, if anyone else is looking at it, would be Solus. Kind of like solstice a little bit.
But it is written in Goblin.
Which I read. I can see that. Okay.
Oh, I
can see
can
that
also
too.
read Goblin.
I would hope
Me
so.
too.
You're a hobgoblin.
I
I would
language.
sure hope so.
Do you speak the name out loud?
Carmine like kind of grabs the axe, and when he kind of like recognizes, like, oh shit, this is exactly like my last name, he just kind of says it. What?
As soon as Solus leaves your lips, the axe bursts into flames.
Hey, now that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I
man.
can put
That
my
is
torch
dope.
out. Thanks, buddy.
What the fuck is this axe, man?
It is a flame tongue axe.
Oh shit.
Holy fuck.
So it has all the properties of a flame tongue sword, but is a battle axe.
Okay, because
Hey, yo, that's mint.
That doesn't exist. I'm gonna have to.
You can just add the slang tongue sword and then just change it, like for
Yeah,
axe
and
damage or
rename
something
it.
like that.
Tyler, the
I'll
human
just-
being, is dumb. Can I? Is there a check I can make to determine like what of these weird creations I would have any use of, if any? Like, I don't know. Like Terrace, the idea of Terrace wielding a laser rifle is but maybe.
You said it's a battle axe? Quickly, just
Hell
so
yeah.
I can add in the right items, just to figure out damage stuff. Bear?
Yeah, it's a battle axe.
Battle axe. Okay.
That's awesome.
I don't even know if I could shoot
battle
this
axe
thing
is-
theoretically.
A battle
Two.
axe is the same damage as a long sword. So if there's a
Nameless
flame tongue
definitely
long
can't
sword,
shoot
you just
it.
add that and read it.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There was one. I just got a rapier just because. Hey.
Looking over these items, it's a strange collection. You're not sure, maybe the strange beam, but at the same time, you could always just cast a spell, or the large flamethrower, but you could also just cast a spell.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Terrace just waits politely by. We've been traveling. I know you said it's not like a straight path, but we've been traveling in a direction, so I'm just waiting like
Yeah.
ahead of Burgess, politely waiting for him to continue.
Well, let's just get on our way. And keeps walking and and picks down and picks up a ring. There's, you want it? Found it.
I will hold
I-
out my hand cautiously.
Why are you giving us all this stuff, dude?
By the way, do I have to
Burgess.
tune to this thing or just to figure out stuff?
I don't think you do for Flame Tongue, do you?
Yeah,
Nope.
you do. It requires attunement.
Well, we
Yeah,
can.
just wave the attunement.
Oh,
It's
hell
fine.
Okay.
I hold out my hand.
It is your
cautiously.
family axe. You are attuned.
By blood.
Huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
Not bad.
Here. He puts the ring in your hand. I don't know where this goes, so it's gonna take a long time to find a spot for it. I think it's just easier if you leave with it.
Burgess,
Hey,
I will say, you may be the worst museum curator. I don't
It's
think
because
you're
I'm an
supposed
archivist.
to give us these items, but I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
The museum curator guy went away a long time ago.
What was his name?
What was it? Oh, damn it. It's the same exact question.
Don't ask Bear. I want you to make it up.
You know,
His name
he
is
like
you now?
he like points his fingers together.
Ricky.
I never really talked to him. I was shy.
Don't you dare do the ooh fingers, you motherfucker. What ring is this? Can I arcane it?
Yes.
Because I definitely don't want to put it on if it's like a ring of mimicking and I turn into a fucking mimic.
Looking at it, it is solid black,
Oh,
except
no.
for stars.
Ooh. Arcana check. Natural 1.
Oh.
Damn, remember you did that and it was a natural 20?
It's really pretty.
Alright, I put it on.
It's really pretty.
You can add a ring of stars.
I'm sure that doesn't
What's
have
a
any
ring of
negative
stars
effects.
do?
Ring of stars?
When you put it on,
shooting
it's like
stars?
Shooting stars.
Also, as you have now all interacted with these items, please mark a point of corruption.
Yay! I didn't touch it, so I didn't get anything.
Yeah, you actually did.
I'm at
Flowers,
19,
Fair enough.
baby.
Dancing lights and
How about
light.
how about me?
Yes, you too. You absolutely get a point of corruption.
Okay, just making sure.
I think it's just me and Sawyer that don't get points of corruption.
I mean,
I believe Sawyer would have handled the gun.
did Sawyer take the gun? I have both. I have the gun and the fucking giant pyro
I
converter.
don't think there's anything that the gun
I'm like
has.
trying
I'm
to hand it
asking,
to
like,
someone.
did
I'm just
Sawyer-
like, does
Did
anyone want
Sawyer
this?
look at it? Like, did you inspect it? Like, would you have inspected it to determine that?
Guys, I don't want this gun.
No, nobody. I don't think so. It's not something that is familiar to her at all.
Yeah, but
And
not
given
even
that
out of
she's-
curiosity.
She's miserable.
So
She's just crying.
I've been miserable, and I've also been very curious about something too.
Yeah, but that's because you're a wild goblin. You're not
Kind
a
of been
good
shat
baseline.
What is
Yeah,
that supposed to
my
mean?
world's been shat on, and I can't smite through it.
You- You know what? How do you think I feel? I was dragged by this guy. I thought it was just a
But,
simple routine mission.
Hey, to play the rules lawyer, how would you know you can't smite through it if you didn't take it into your hands and get
Oh, that's
used to
true.
it?
That's true.
Don't you fucking play, Della.
Yeah. I think you would have had to handle it to determine that it wasn't for you.
Shut the fuck
I'm pretty
Can't
like.
help it. I'm
You know
sorry.
what? I'll lay out both of these, and I'll just be out here with gun strapped on my back.
Fucking
I don't
Pyro
know.
converter.
I think she
Pyro
would have looked
converter
at
out
it,
here.
but I don't
Just
know if she would have,
Maul.
like,
I'm just a
nobody's
little
been
bit-
like,
Being
nobody,
that you were
nobody,
mostly this decision is coming from the fact you were a participating member of the conversation regarding the objects and items. Nameless is so far only spared because they were staying away from you.
I don't know. She did hug me.
That's also true.
That's before the ring, though.
That's
but
true,
yeah,
that
I
is
haven't
before the ring.
actually touched an item yet, though. I haven't inspected it. Nobody's been like, so, gun,
Just
Sawyer?
take your
You just
lumps.
offered
Just
the
take
sword.
your lumps.
Take your point.
Take
Sawyer.
your.
Bruh.
Greed.
How many do you have, Sawyer?
Okay. I have 16.
Oh,
I got
that's-
19.
I got 12.
I
I'm
have
chilling.
13.
How many? I have 12.
I mean,
I'm
fuck
gonna
it
have a
then. I
sad
guess I'll
end.
look at it if you're gonna give me the point. What?
Can you imagine if you could smite through the gun, though?
I don't
Can you-
think I
Can
can.
you imagine?
The
Just,
gun can
just
cast disintegrate.
radiant
There's no
hellfire
way.
through the
I
gun.
mean, if you really think about it, if it's one continuous beam, it never leaves your hand, and therefore you can channel your divine energy into the beam.
Hey, rule of cool.
So I'm just
Okay,
saying.
okay. Can I
Okay.
look at it? Can I look at it?
I will rule that if for one whole action you are holding the beam for both attacks, you can
Even-
use a smite.
Yeah, that's
However-
worth it with the
Oh,
disintegrate
there you go.
damage.
Yeah.
It's just like a fucking
However, keep
fire
in
hose.
mind you use the disintegrate effect, the disintegrate casting, or the regular beam attack.
You will be firing my lasers, that's for sure.
However, the big pyro
But-
converger, the way that works is one hand is stuck down the end while the other one holds this handle on the front of it, and it's got this big, like, screaming goblin's mouth at the end.
Hey, that guy looks like me.
My
He was
only
modeled after
thing
you, actually.
is like
Excuse me.
What the?
I
I really want to stab Burgess right in the heart, man. This guy is not good news.
Did you like
He's
do it
done-
while I was asleep, or was it that fucking slimy old
I
Patrick?
didn't make it.
Burgess, can we move on, please, sir?
Well, how'd you know it was modeled after me if he didn't make
Yeah.
it?
Mm.
so you don't want the rifle? There's really no point in me having it other than the disintegrate spell.
Take the rifle. You
Well,
can
I
snipe
have
through
to
it if
have
you
the.
use both actions.
Yeah,
But
I
why
can't.
would
Well,
I
if
do
you
that
use-
instead of use?
You could
Okay.
use disintegrate.
Because
That's
you can-
10d6 plus 40.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And that's just having it on your person. If you don't want to use it, you can just use the disintegrate option and then just use your sword.
Yeah.
You could.
Just making sure Nameless doesn't want it.
You could-
Nameless,
It
do
would
you
be
want it?
more
It's
useful
up.
to
I
them,
don't
'cause
want it. I have to carry this
No
thing.
one will blame you if you disintegrate.
Doesn't
Burgess,
does my
that's all I'm
pyro
saying.
converter have wheels?
Does it have wheels?
Like does the I feel like it's huge.
It's a
Because if that little thing right there in the picture is a regular pyro converter, if this thing's even bigger,
This one you have to wear like
It's like an
like with
action-
the like
the
it's
people
the-
in marching bands
the
wear like
regular one?
drums on their back.
oh like the
Yeah,
bass
the-
drum or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a neck strap from a saxophone
Yeah,
you can play, actually.
exactly, yeah.
Here, you
It's got
can-
like a
you
book
can-
bag.
way-
It's like got a book bag, so if I get hit in the back, I'll explode.
Mac, the way I'm
Freaking video.
I'm thinking of it is that the regular one is like a Tesla flamethrower,
Oh my god.
and then the big one
such
is
a
like the
nerd.
flamethrowers from Fallout.
Yeah, Elon Musk made
Like
this.
it's pretty fucking big.
Yeah, Elon
Sponsored
Musk.
by
Big deal.
Elon Musk.
Elon
Well,
Musk.
anyways, we better keep moving.
We better yeah, I agree. Let's get out of here.
We're almost
let's
at
go.
the
We
end of the
spent way too long in
collectory.
this room. I'm tired of smelling that air.
This way.
Yeah, you guys
Let's get
all
off
smell
now.
miserable. I'm just gonna put that out there.
You
Man,
smell like
you guys are
stinker.
missing someone.
I'm gonna cast light.
Yeah, they'll be back. If there's an opportunity to stab something, they'll be back.
I'm gonna cast
Okay,
light
they better be back soon, though.
on the ring.
Oh, what, are they gonna miss something? Belto, you hear that? You better get back here soon. You're gonna miss something.
No
Yeah, you
answer.
should, like, they really gotta get back here.
Don't get lost.
You guys heard of the Shadecurse?
I think you mentioned that before.
Did I?
20-foot radius of bright light and dim light with the light cantrip.
Ooh, this bright star leaves the palm of your hand and sheds light. Kind of illuminates the glass cases all around, and every so often a bit of light is refracted back towards you guys, but you can kind of see just how big this room is, letting it drift up a little bit and then coming back down. Burgess has been heading predominantly in one direction this whole time. While there is no clear path, you know the general direction of which you are headed. And yet, with the light, you still can't see exactly where that leads to.
My favorite.
Still very much blind in the dark.
Don't worry, we won't get lost this time, I think. Guess rid of the Shadecurse? Guess rid of the Shadecurse?
Have we heard of the Shadecurse? Has anyone heard of the Shadecurse?
You were just told a story by Burgess about the Shadecurse.
Yeah, that's why it sounds familiar. I knew you told us it, but
Sports, you're so smart, my guy.
I mean, I kind of forgot over the drama, and then I kind of chugged my memory.
You guys are gonna come back and visit, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
I mean, you can come out with us, and then go find your own way. Like, maybe get
But-
yourself, maybe find that museum curator, huh?
No, that's impossible.
I would like to try something. The last attempt
Okay.
at redeeming this archivist.
Okay.
I am going to telepathically say, if there is any part of you that wishes to escape the embrace of this creature, break out into a coughing fit. Hoping that this creature cannot hear me telepathically talking to him, which he probably can.
Burgess, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Burgess. Join the fight. You weird Logus impersonator, you weirdo.
I don't know what you're talking about. I like this guy 10 times over Logus. I'm just saying. Logus was cool, but
just don't like-
Burgess is.
You just don't
Burgess
like
is
Burgess
my
is funny though. Burgess is funny.
You just don't
Burgess is
like
my
acid.
homie. No,
I
Burgess-
don't like acid either, and I'm the one who drank it.
Yeah,
It's tasty. It's good acid.
it can be as tasty as I
tasty.
want, but he was not a good customer service for me. Burgess is at least.
Oh
talking with
shit,
his-
he's coughing! I did it!
Sorry, I think I swallowed a fly. Well,
Turns out-
let's
As we
Let's
keep
best get
walking,
moving.
I will telepathically one by one inform everyone that that coughing fit was a sign, blah, 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 so everyone knows that there is a part of Burgess that is a real boy.
A real boy.
So you
Not
all
being able
know
to,
that there
not
is
being
a-
able to say it in back. Bork just says it out loud, like I knew it. It just out of
As
no
you're
problem.
walking.
me too.
I know you know things.
What the fuck?
Let's keep going, guys.
What is happening? Help, mommy, I'm scared.
You guys continue pushing through the Collectory Museum, passing by more and more artifacts. Some weird. You see one is a fanged skull that's been sealed in a glass cube. You see others, spears, a shovel that has been engraved with arcane runes. It's not so much immediately helpful as it is kind of curiosity piquing. But the more and more you guys get, the more and more Burgess is twiddling his fingers and tapping his foot.
Ever heard of the Shadecurse?
I have heard of the Shadecurse. Do you have the Shadecurse?
Who?
You, Burgess. I don't.
That's too Logus-y.
I don't know. I don't know how to help him.
Burgess continues
down
to
this
lead
way.
you.
We're definitely being led to a trap. I say out loud accidentally.
I'm just gonna be ready in case if anything jumps out.
Out of curiosity, can I use my divine sense looking at Burgess?
Ooh.
Sure. Explain to me divine sense?
As an
Again?
action, you can detect good and evil. And to the end of your turn, you can sense anything affected by the hollow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
As you blink, your eyes glow a silvery blue. You glance over to look at Burgess.
My boy.
Burgess is not alive.
Her hand immediately shoots out to Terrace, stopping.
However,
Oh,
there's a comma.
You can also sense deep in the hollow
no.
abyss of this shade in front of you, a small spark of life that clings.
Oh.
Yeah, her hand shoots out for Terrace, and she doesn't let him walk past, or let them walk past her. She like grabs his clothes, staring at him.
I slow down and what is it?
Her eyes are still that icy blue as she's
And you see that Terrace is undead? No, I'm kidding.
no.
That's the kicker.
Who do you think's been controlling him?
I will also say, glancing at the rest of the party as you kind of...
Oh, you bitch.
Carmine also radiates the same kind of darkness, but he is still alive.
So he's affected by the hollow spell? Or
No,
just the shade curse?
the Shadecurse.
Okay.
Oh, Carmine, you were so young.
Young? What do you mean?
We're gonna have to put you down, buddy.
I believe there's some of us that haven't been entirely honest about what's going on right now.
The only cure is salvation. Terrace is just telepathically talking to himself in his head.
So he's thinking?
No, I am telepathically talking to myself. So
thinking.
no, because what that does is it allows.
So it's like an echo chamber.
Yeah, any creature that can pick up on telepathic symbols is hearing me talk to myself. It's like a megaphone in my head. But yeah, I do let you pull me back if you were trying to say anything.
Aaron, before we do anything else, can I glean one more thing from my fucking know my enemy feature?
On who?
On
What do you
Burgess?
mean on who?
Sure, yeah.
Who else
I
could
don't
it be on?
I would like to know.
Maybe he betrays everybody.
That's what I'm
if
worried about.
If his strength score is equal, superior, or inferior to mine.
What's your strength score?
20.
Why do you
just
have
want to know?
ask?
Motherfucker has more hit points than me. I want to know if motherfucker has more strength than me.
Yes.
What?
Superior?
Superior.
I get wrecked.
Is he wearing a belt of any kind?
And sorry, what
Might
was
not be
the
class level at
And
all.
total class levels, if any.
no class levels?
No class levels.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I told you he's an NPC.
He's a goddamn NPC.
So he has more hit points than me and more strength than me. We're in trouble here, lads.
Yeah, you're about to be on his team, so I don't know why you're worried.
Yeah.
Excuse
Are
you?
You got the
Are you guys
Shadecurse,
telling
man. You're
if-
gonna get
if-
controlled
if-
by Cthulhu
Hey,
Daddy.
who do we take out first? Come.
Definitely Burgess. Have you been listening to this?
No,
Are we-
take out the man with more fucking strength and hit points than me.
This guy's been pretending like everything that's happened is normal, and there's a little voice in his head screaming to be released, and I don't know if that's the Cthulhu
You know,
monster
and
or the living soul.
I
Yeah,
just
but
kind of
you-
saw with my own eyes that something ain't right here.
Are you guys saying any of this in game?
I'm saying it all in
Boyer-
game. I'm not
Boyer-
scared of Burgess. I
No,
will
like,
put
out
this
loud?
man
Are you-
down. Yeah, I'm
Are you
I'm
saying it's
it
so
out loud.
nameless to hear?
Yep.
Okay.
As you
I haven't
say
said
that,
anything yet.
No, not you. Just what I said out loud, which is about fucking
they have the Shadecurse, or
no
They have to die.
about not being scared of Burgess at all. Just out of nowhere, you hear me say that. Like I'm kind of trying to convince myself.
Is just fucking he has like a steel look towards Burgess. And
You
like,
haven't said it yet.
as I look between them two, having a stare off, an anime stare off, I look back and forth, and then I morph into my mangled little girl original
I
form,
hate that.
and then I take Tears aside.
Well, I'm with Sawyer right now, who hasn't said their thing yet. So go ahead, Sawyer. Whatever you were gonna say.
Damn it.
If anything.
Well, I mean, she. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. I was thrown off after that. She kind of waits for some distance to gain between the front of the group so that they're kind of like towards the back.
Okay.
And she's not so much like looking at them like she's scared. She's looking at them like she's sizing them up.
Again, he's just looking at Burgess. He ain't looking at anybody else.
Well, my eyes are glowing, Mr. Man, and I'm looking at you.
They're staring at you in very aggressive.
I just want to help you guys. You know that, right?
Part of you
I gave you all that stuff.
Now that I see her eyes glowing, I'm also gonna make my eye glow, and I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave.
Burgess is undead.
Ooh.
There's something you didn't tell us.
What's that?
No, I'm starting to think there's something two of you hasn't told us.
Why are you undead, Burgess?
I'm not dead. I can't be dead.
Yes, you
I'm the
are.
last archivist.
Sawyer,
I
what do
can't
you
be dead.
mean two of us?
Wait, Wormstuff's alive, though.
Mine?
He's not alive. You're not. He's alive.
I'm still
All
alive.
right, when were you going to tell us that you were affected by the Shadecurse?
That's not privy to other people to know.
So you have heard of the Shadecurse.
You shut it. I will kill you.
I mean,
I don't know
I
about
imagine
that. I don't know about
something
that. He might kill
as
you
important as that would be kind of important to mention. Yeah.
Yeah, and my family's had it as far as I know, so...
Carmine,
What
come
kind
here.
of afflictions do you have, if any?
Carmine have any inflictions? I don't remember.
Carmine, can I have a hug?
You hadn't developed them just yet.
Yeah. But like my dad, his dad's had it, his grandpa's had it, yada yada.
Correct. And they suffered the symptoms of degeneration, emaciation, forgetfulness, until they withered away and became shades
Carmine, can I have a hug, please?
that had to be put down.
This weird girl asking everyone for hugs.
Yeah, personal boundaries.
Yeah.
Just
I
maybe today.
don't think that'd be a good idea for you.
She just sprints towards you and hugs you and
Oh,
casts
God.
Remove Curse. I
Consent.
cast Remove Curse as I do it.
Consent. I have a feeling this is not gonna work.
He fucking back.
Oh.
He tries to like back away from it.
Hey, now where's that little guy?
Yeah, where's your son?
Beltol!
Maybe he got a DM that he got sucked up by Cthulhu again.
I'm hugging Carmine, casting Remove Curse.
Oh fuck.
Carmine, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Guys, everyone get their new weapons ready.
Used to end or avoid the charm condition.
Nope.
Fuck.
Good thing I have a gun that does smite damage
Hell
and
yeah,
can cast
brother.
disintegration.
Oh, dice gods,
Can you imagine
please, I beg
disintegrating all with your
you.
But I'll just
Yeah,
command
it's a
word
20.
halt.
Again, motherfucker.
Did you get
For
a
a
nat 20,
fucking-
you said?
Yeah, I did. I got that 20 for a 22.
Oh my god.
Oh,
We're gonna live another day, boys.
Yo.
that probably won't save him. I don't know.
Nobody hears anything from Beltol, but Burgess, as you're standing there being confronted by everybody, you look down, and suddenly there's a golden canary.
Oh, look, he came back.
By the way,
But
but you got to tell me if this fails the saving throw.
You pass.
Okay.
However, you feel your blood boil under your skin. You feel this anger in your stomach start to boil up, almost like you're gonna throw up as the magic starts to pour into you. And as it does, it is forced right back out through your skin like little knives of light that evaporate as they escape your skin.
You said
My
Carmine
spell-
felt like
demon.
The spell
said-
does not
Oh.
the spell does not take effect.
Yeah, I didn't think a third level remove curse was gonna do
But you
anything.
said Carmine felt like he was gonna throw up earlier when this was all happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Carmine will kind of push Nameless away and just kind of throw up.
You cough up black bile.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Terrace looks at Sawyer and just says softly, "Just because they're afflicted does not make them an enemy."
Why didn't it work? Normally it should work.
No, but I don't have time for people who are gonna lie.
Not telling something is not a lie. There
You-
are
This
many
has been
things about
in
my
my
life.
generation. This has been part of my family.
There's many
it's
things in my life
been
I
a-
have not shared with you. As I'm sure you have your own secrets.
So, Burgess, why didn't you tell us you were dead?
I'm not dead.
You are dead. I see you.
I know more than you. That was rude.
I promise you, I'm sorry to say this, but you are.
feel
I
like
know
you're
that it's. I
talking
know
so-
that it's the hollow spell, right?
That's not even the right voice.
It's not a hollow spell. The hollow spell is unrelated. He is
Okay.
a hollow entity. He is a
And
shade.
what? But oh.
You are not alive.
That
So
He
I
is
know.
what
I
happened
know. I
Shadecurse.
know that he's a shade.
Based off the fact that he's undead and his background, he's been down here this whole time. He told you about shades, what they are.
I'm not dead. I'm just forgotten.
You are an
That's all.
undead abomination. You should not be
Oh
here.
my god, that actually gave me a chill. I'm not dead, I'm just
You
forgotten.
are
Oh.
neither forgotten
Yeah.
nor undead. He's a shade.
I'm no shade. I'm Burgess. Come on, guys.
As you see Nameless staring daggers at Burgess.
Drosophila? What's wrong?
What is
Do not-
that name, Bear?
We haven't reached our end
Think
goal,
I
have
came up
we?
with it?
Oh, fair enough.
We haven't reached like the basin or whatever yet.
No,
Yeah, we're still in the labyrinth.
Nope. You're not. No, you're not in the labyrinth. You're in the museum, but you're.
Oh.
Based off of what Burgess has said 3 times in the last 15 minutes, you're almost there.
Forks, do you have a
don't have my
method of
coin.
finding your son? I
Um,
think we're reaching the point where we all need to be on our best behaviors.
yeah, I mean, he can come back. Hey, get your ass over here.
A stone comes out of the darkness and hits me in your foot.
Come on.
Bing.
I have a gift for you, child.
Fuck off!
Don't lie to him. Don't lie.
I'm not lying. I'm holding out
Fuck
the
off.
necklace I've made with Mother's Tear.
Oh yeah, that necklace. Remember the necklace you wanted? Or the tear?
Beltol comes out of the shadows like 2 feet from Burgess, and he has his sling up, and he is staring directly at Tears.
I'm holding the
And he
Mother's
just says-
Tear out towards you.
He looks at you and he says, "Fuck off."
Hey, watch your mouth.
Terrace just
No.
sighs and mutters under his breath, "This is why I don't have children."
I'm just gonna tell your mom all the things you said. And I don't think she's gonna be
You
livid.
talk.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
All you do is talk.
Do you want it or not?
No.
Are you lying?
No.
I think he's lying.
I think he's lying.
You
too.
were mean to me.
I was.
Insight check.
I mean, roll one if you want.
I was joking about it.
Yeah, because you roll below a 19 and your wisdom score.
What do you want?
For you to go away.
I'm sure that is coming soon.
The quicker we get out of here, the quicker you don't have to see him.
Then let's go.
Yeah, we're kind of talking in circles here. Let's just fucking move. Who cares if he's dead or undead? Doesn't matter. He hasn't hurt us yet.
Yet.
And when he does, we can... Yeah, yet. So,
Burgess,
until he does,
lead the way.
let's keep going.
I'm gonna hang back with Belmont towards the back.
You
of the
guys are
group.
so fucking
Okay.
talky talk. Just
I
I'm
still have
gonna-
my light going so everyone can see.
I'm gonna be behind Burgess with my battle axe at the ready.
I'm gonna stand directly next to Sawyer in the back
Beltol
in
is
my
like
regular form.
Beltol is like right next to Burgess, like almost like arm in arm, like not
Next to
holding
who,
his
sorry?
hand, but just right next to Burgess and just standing next. Just not really caring.
Why'd you give me the bird back?
You've been nice to me. It's a gift.
Burgess kind of like smiles at it and then immediately goes back to his like just his standard face, and he goes back down and says, "No, belongs to Beltol. I don't make the rules."
Who does?
Just what my brain tells me. Same brain that tells me who your names are.
I feel like that might not be your brain anymore.
Sure, it's my brain.
Hmm.
Come on, we're almost there.
Burgess, how old are you?
Can we pick up the pace? Because I'm starting to get a little irritated about it being here.
Okay, you go faster.
You pick up.
He just
the
sprints.
Breaks out into a full run. Yeah.
Like the dude from Hunter x Hunter, everyone's just trying to catch the dude.
You guys pick up the pace and begin kind of speed walking. The shorter of you having to kind of jog slightly. And as you continue, you finally come to a wall. In the middle of this wall, it's a lot of the same tiles from before, is this large, massive door. Very ornate. But it is closed.
Is there any writing on or around the door?
There is writing interwoven into the imagery in the door.
I'll point it out to those who can read it.
What does it say?
Oh yeah, what does it say?
It's, as you kind of look over and you trace your hands across it, it's not super obvious as it's very artistic. It's almost like a poem written on the door. And it is the Mother's light guides us from the dark. Burgess, you know where this door goes.
Well, it's just right this way.
Is this where the lay threader lies?
Mm-hmm.
Do I believe
And
him?
the base. And the basin.
Also the
Insight
base-
check.
Insight check.
Dirty
Insight
20.
check.
Hey,
Dirty 20. He seems to be telling the truth.
can I do a quick perception check just to be sure that nothing's been following us?
Sure.
I still have light up as well, so you can see relatively well.
I also got my flame tongue thing, which
Hell
does
yeah.
40 feet. 16.
With the flaming sword, or the flaming axe, casting such a bright light, you glance into the darkness beyond. You swear there's something moving, but every time you try to focus on it, there's nothing there.
I got 80 fucking feet of light, by the way. I'm just now reading it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a
40
40
and
foot
40,
radius
yeah.
of bright and then 40 foot of dim light. That's amazing.
That's insane.
At the edge of that light, it's almost as if the darkness is moving. And yet, whenever you try and focus on it, there's nothing there.
None of us know what this room is going to look like. But from what we've been told, this, and I pat the planar conduit that I have in my little pouch, needs to be put in the lay threader. Let's be ready.
All right.
Carmine, don't give a nod.
Should we... Terrace kind of peters off and will telepathically ask Carmine, should we stop Burgess from entering the room with us?
I mean, can we?
We could certainly try.
Yeah, fuck.
That dude over there, Carmine said that dude's strong as hell.
Tyler's concern is that
Carmine didn't say that. He just kind of acknowledged it, but he didn't say it out loud.
this is where we could
I mean,
do
look
it.
at him, he's ripped. Burgess is just up there flexing.
Apex is
I
saying
have a spell
this.
that does 4d12 every round.
I will mention that while you know he is stronger, he looks like an emaciated,
Yeah, all we
scrawny
could do is
archivist
knock him
bugbear.
He also, as Bear mistakenly told us, only has 12 AC. So if we wanted to wail on
You
him,
say
we
that
could.
like you say that like
Yeah, but he could have 12 AC and 700 health.
Yeah.
I don't care about that because we don't know that information firsthand. But like, we could just knock him out because there's a part of him that I've
That's still
communicated
alive.
to you guys that like.
He's being.
Have
Oh,
I
he's
heard of
alive.
any way of undoing or lessening the effects of the Shadecurse in my travels across the Feywild far and wide?
no.
Okay.
The only thing you've heard of is what Burgess just told you about the mother's tear.
And remind me what he said, that the tear can be...
The tear's light, its radiant light, lessens the effects of the Shadecurse.
Okay. So
it doesn't completely get rid of it.
One person could assume that I could refill the tear theoretically from the basin and yeet this down his throat like a potion. Or do it to Carmine.
They do it to Carmine
Because Carmine might get his mind controlled.
Yeah, do it to Carmine.
Terrace doesn't know that, but I'm just thinking ally versus stranger who's been here for almost 1,000 or 250 years. Like,
I mean, if we can
he's a
realistically
nice
save
lad,
both, but but like Carmine, he
Is there any lock or doorknob
permanently stuck
mechanism
like
on these
this.
doors?
There's like door latches, kind of like usually like a knocker, but it's just a metal ring.
I just look at everyone and, without saying anything, even telepathically, just kind of infer, is everybody ready?
Was gonna tell you, Taras, for the answer to your question. Carmine kind of looks at you and he gives a nod.
Oh, I see.
Both Apex and both Carmine and I believe that Burgess should not be in here.
You ready to go in?
DM, I would like to cast Hold Person at third level, please.
Okay.
I don't have any second level spell slots, so I have to waste a third. I'm only targeting one creature, though. On Burgess.
Burgess, roll your saving throw.
Wisdom 15.
Do we all just see what's happening?
It's verbal and somatic, so you hear me cast a spell.
Could I also say, I don't know if this will affect Burgess rolling their wisdom stuff, but could I said I was behind them, could I try and choke them out while...
Well, if it succeeds, you can. Let's see if that happens first, because otherwise I feel like I just triggered initiative, so we'll see. Let's see. They're typing. I'm scared.
We're scared.
Cast that 9th level spell. It's okay. Tyler said I could kill his character. That's what the DM's typing right now. Terrace is not getting out of this cave system. I'm just telling you that.
As you cast the spell, you see the energy head towards Burgess as it kind of begins to surround him, and you see him like look down at his feet as he begins to like stiffen and become he's paralyzed, right?
Yes, it worked.
And he looks at you, and it takes longer than you expected.
Okay, that's terrible news. Okay.
But as it travels up his as it travels up his body, he kind of looks at you and in shock initially, and a slight grin begins to form.
I love that. I love that for me.
And
Burgess, we're gonna get you the help you need. For a minute, he is paralyzed. I think. I don't know.
Burgess willingly gives in to the paralyzation. You can feel it.
I don't like that.
It's no. It might be the part of him. It might be the part of him that's still alive. Okay, someone knock him out. Someone knock him out.
Yeah, can I choke him out to knock him out?
As Carmine,
I'm gonna bonk him on the head with my hammer.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
I was gonna
soon
say,
as-
as Carmine gets close to him, can I choke him out?
Hold on, let the deer talk. Bonk him on the head.
As soon as you all begin to reach to grab for him, his form sloughs away.
Oh
into
no, I
mist.
killed him!
And Burgess, what are your last words to the party?
God.
I was never dead, just forgotten.
Oh my god!
How many?
That's so sad!
Can I voluntarily roll a d10 to see how many points of corruption I just gained, please? Oh my god.
As he dissipates,
Oh my god.
you take. I'm gonna roll. Actually, Burgess, roll.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna DM you what to roll.
Roll d6.
Yeah, roll 10d10, please.
Holy shit.
Oh my god, guys, I just hold personed him out of existence.
Why?
I just wanted him to take a nap.
Well, here, if I may, here's the thing. If the whole fucking hold person did to that, imagine what would have happened if we like got the tear filled and give it to him. It would have probably also fucking dissipated it.
Well,
Yeah, but it would have dissipated him in
the
that.
shade
It would have
curse.
been.
Well,
It would have dissipated him. Maybe he would have floated it up.
roll
He is 1,000 years old, so he probably would have just died. Anyway.
6 corruption points, Terrace.
Okay, I am at my wisdom modifier. 18 to 18.
As he
I think
dissipates
if you get one above your
into
wisdom
mist,
modifier, you.
Terrace, you hear their voice in your head. It sounds hopeful, Burgess.
Bear, have you watched any Doctor Who?
I mean, yes, I've watched a lot of
Okay,
Doctor Who.
you know the library episode where the dead people, their
No.
voices are stuck
Yep.
in the recorders? Is that what I'm hearing telepathically?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You're just hearing.
No.
At first, it
Hello, who
was
turned the lights
like
out?
it was like thanks for coming on the tour. And then as it says that 1-2 times, it says,
Rocket, I'm sorry for killing
I'm-
Burgess. I'm sorry.
I'm not dead, I'm just forgotten.
Holy fuck, I'm gonna get that tattooed on my chest. Oh my
And
god. Holy fuck.
you just hear it until it sounds like he's whispering his last breath.
As that happens, Beltol watches Burgess, his kind of friend.
Yeah, I
right
think
now,
Beltol's
in
about
this
to kill me,
trying
guys.
tome, turns to dust, turns around, and just screams and is like, "You are like Papa!"
Oh my fucking god.
You fucking asshole.
He was waiting on
And
that. He was
Roll
waiting
credits,
on
roll
that.
credits.
Roll credits.
That's it, go have it.
And I am going to telekinetically shove Tears and throw it in. So you need to
I
make a
want
strength
you
saving
to
throw?
first make me an insight check.
Insight.
Yeah, so you can see the horror on my face. But he's a 4-year-old kid. He's not gonna kill
Yeah,
me.
no, I know.
16 plus whatever my insight is, which I believe it's 0. So 16, yeah.
Terrace didn't cast a spell that would kill Burgess. Burgess let go.
I think
Okay.
I whole personed his soul, guys. He's talking to me in
So
my head.
I'm not going to throw the dagger, but I am going to shove Tears.
You.
Strength save?
Yeah, strength save.
I choose to fail. I'm a little
You
bit
get
distracted
shoved
right now.
against
Pushed
the
back.
door.
Twice.
And you feel it kind of give just slightly before
And Peltol is
pushing back against you.
pissed at you.
Terrace looks out at everyone, and his eyes are a slightly darker shade of orange, almost like a blood orange. And I'm going to turn around and kick open the fucking door and get this over with.
My
Let's fucking
god.
get out of here.
Sawyer, do we have time to react?
I mean,
I would
Yeah.
say
Roll
so.
to hit.
Beltol got a full action, so you can probably react as I'm punching this
Yeah.
door. What is this? A strength attack? Unarmed strike?
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'm very strong.
Sawyer is gonna whistle and send Belmont rushing forward to stop Paris so that they can gather themselves.
Carmine is just kind of standing there in shock a little bit.
Terrace, what do you...
Well, I've got bad news. I rolled a natural 20 on the door.
Oh,
So
shit.
you tell me what
Okay.
happens first. Does the dog tackle me into the door, which might also cause the door to open? Or
Dog has
You-
50 feet of movement.
that doesn't mean anything.
yeah,
That's
it
fair.
depends on what he lets happen first.
Like
that's
if
all.
Okay.
if
I'm
they're
just
already
saying.
up
I'm just
there-
saying
All
from
good,
where
yeah.
from
Yeah,
where
you
I
definitely be able to
from
get
where
to
I
me.
am.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, thank you.
let's see. I'm okay with anything. Terrace is
Terrace.
The
right.
music changed.
He changed the music, guys. We're fucked.
You kick this door and you feel the resistance for a moment, but then almost as if being pulled open from the other side, they give.
Like there was no air in it, so it just
Like there
finally-
was no
Yeah.
there was no air in it. And as you do, Belmont goes, right past you.
Oh shit! No,
Into the open door before he skids to a halt and comes bounding back. But you see stairs, a very wide stone staircase carved into natural cavern walls.
I have light up. Can I see how tall this chamber is roughly?
It is about 20 feet high,
Okay,
this
so
passage.
It goes down, not up.
Yes.
I am going, because Tyler thinks the session is about to end, and Terrace is like literally still hearing the echoes of Burgess and is very, very upset. Is going to take his full movement and fly down into the chamber.
Your wings outstretch, and silently you just glide into the darkness. You guys watch as after Terrace flies but 15 feet in
The door
themselves, and the light vanish from view.
Oh,
fuck.
good night, everybody.
Oh shit.
Should I go save them?
Hey, maybe we
You
don't jump.
ain't going up there and
What?
without me, fucking with my 80 feet of light.
Yeah, we not. Let's. Are there stairs like spiraling down? Like you
Yep.
said. Yeah, let's take the stairs. We're not jumping into darkness.
Well, there's no like straight hold down. They went gliding down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm just following
Yeah.
the natural.
Let's just. I mean, we can go down the stairs now. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Fucking go.
You guys
Okay,
all start taking off down the stairs.
I also do have feather fall if we didn't jump.
Belt. No, we're not jumping. Belto, stay close.
We're
I'm
not.
getting on the dog.
I will dash down
Going.
the stairs the full time.
Before we enter the room, Deltol is going to run up to Carmine.
It's not a room,
And-
it's a corridor.
Or the corridor. Deltol's going to run up to Carmine and point to the sword. And hold
Yeah,
his hand.
Karma.
Go.
I was waiting for a moment to fucking give you it.
Well, I mean, they were hiding half the time.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But no, as soon as you like point out to the sword, Carmine kind of flips the blade pointed towards him and gives it to you before fucking rushing off with the others.
Borks waits for Beltol in the doorway.
Wait,
Beltol will
wait.
take it.
No, damn it.
Works.
Was there anything
What?
left of Burgess's body?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Like a skeleton?
No.
Fuck.
Just
So there was just like
rope.
everything.
So I can't
just
get
robes.
Burgess's magical rib bone. Alright, cool. I carry on.
Oof.
That's what I
Just his robes were left.
No, fuck that. He's
Yeah,
like
don't
10
go for
sizes too large for me.
They're kind of musty.
Gross.
They
Okay.
smell even worse after.
I am purposely trying to outpace the party, which I don't think I can actually do, but I am trying.
No, I don't think you can.
No, you can't
I'm
outpace
gonna
Belmont.
get on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on Belmont,
Belmont's
and I'm
gonna run
dashing.
past me and be like, "What the
Belmont
You
fuck?"
are,
has
however,
60 feet.
gliding at a downhill trajectory, so you are kind of building up speed.
Hell yeah!
As you're gliding down, and this corridor goes down for a while.
Oh god, this is gonna end up like
Does it
well,
turn
guys.
at all, or is it straight?
It's sort of curves and bends.
I'm
slightly.
traveling at such like a fast speed, like just when like there's any like sharper bends or like natural bends, I'll like actually like turn sideways and like run on the wall for a second to try to push off of to get a little bit faster. I am in full survival mode, I guess.
You know Beltol is faster than you, Borgs, but he is keeping your speed.
Yeah, Borks is. I'm going 80. So
I'm 10 feet faster than you if I really sprint.
yeah, because if you want to do the thing, but you can use it's just matching. You can even just get on my shoulders. Or,
He'll
like, use
run
it.
alongside you. He'll just-
That's
I'm
fine.
sure if you really wanted, you would have been just fine on Belmont. But I'm like 120 feet dashing.
Yeah, you're quite far ahead.
I think based on what actions he's sticking to
Right.
Borks because of
Yeah,
you
no, it makes sense.
defending terrace.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
But yeah, Borks will Yeah. Because I have 80. That's oh, so nice. I have 80 feet. I don't have that little 25 feet.
How much light does my sword give? Is it 15?
It's 15 bright, 15 dim.
So I do have
So
my
30
sword
feet.
out as Belmont is running.
Could I also turn into Tears and glide down with him?
Oh.
I don't know.
You'll be a little behind.
Do you
but-
get
I would
flying
still be
speed
behind.
when you do that as a changeling?
That's what I was
Yep.
asking.
Changelings are just
I like-
insane.
Mimic the race, yeah. So I would just do the same thing. I would be behind.
Walking, gliding
Um,
down.
Sawyer, you would start to see, like I said, since you're catching up, but before you actually see me, there's like a bedroll on the ground, 50 feet of rope. I'm like lightning myself to like push faster,
Oh.
and like I'm going.
I
have no
yeah.
survival gear left on me besides my
Oh
pouch
god.
by the time I get down there.
I'm trying to urge Belmont to go faster, to move faster. Like, go.
I mean, Belmont can go out. Wait, is it 50 feet per
Listen,
round? Or
all I'm
100
saying
feet?
is
I give him 10 feet of extra movement, so he moves in 60 feet, so it's 120
Well, 120
feet
feet
dashing.
per round.
Anyone that's
Yeah.
had a decent
I feel like
passive
that'd catch up.
insight would know that like all of the talk of like terrorists like not caring if they survive was completely true, but just seeing the death of something that could have been saved, just like a flipped switch. Like, I am no longer the terrorist that has been walking with you guys in this underground city.
I see the hope behind your eyes. The light you try to champion. I tried to show you the path to salvation. And yet you continue. All will be one in the darkness. You shall see. I will show you the futility of Kaela. The futility of your living gods. The Remnant will never escape me. I am in every one of you.
And that is where we are ending today's session.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'll say the last thing that, because you're probably just about to catch up with me at this point, is you see the light of my ring go out as I embrace the darkness. Guys, I killed Burgess.
Yeah, you fucking dickhead.
I
Rest
didn't do
in
it.
Stole,
I was
stole
trying
from
to-
a kid, and then killed Burgess.
I stole from a thief,
Yeah.
not a kid. You'll be okay.
You stole from a friend.
You'll be okay.
He was excited that he
So-
figured out how his sword worked.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into today's session
Yes, thank
of
you.
Remnant.
Thank you.
Thank you, Burgess, for joining us for
Yes,
this
I'm
session.
sorry for killing you by
My
holding.
friend.
Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome, baby.
Ooh.
I hope.
I will reveal right now that Nick was given a list of items that were available in the museum and was asked to roll a d4 plus 1 for the number of items that he could willingly part with to give to you.
Just roll.
And if we went over or tried to go over, would he have murked us? Maybe.
He wouldn't have been so willing to give it to you, but these were more things he was like trying to give to you, things he thought you might
but I
like.
kind of figured that this was the living part of Burgess trying to help us.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
I don't know what this golden canary does, but if it doesn't do anything and it's just a golden canary, Beltool.
Oh yes, look up golden canary figurine of wondrous power. I
Oh,
believe.
God.
Sip, there's a reason it had a 60 by 60 cage.
Oh no! Is this a holy hand
Where we're
grenade?
From.
Oh my god.
I knew I saw that fucking gold canary item before, but I couldn't remember where
The
the fuck it was
figurine
from.
becomes a living creature.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go.
Okay. Anyways, before we continue, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks everyone who
Thank
followed.
you, everyone.
This
Thank
will
you,
be
everybody.
up.
I just
on
want to let everyone know
YouTube.
I love all of you.
I love all of you too.
Thanks, Dad.